Finland, Mami Jana Pama Garelo.
Biafra. You have to do something. What was yours? What you want to go? If you go to Mikono, EKPA, you go to Mikono, after that, you go to Mikono. Why you go here? What you want to go? Do that, Biafra. Already, oh my God, come on,
Awa, my people. You don't say, Anya Awa, my people. Alukweye. All you Biafrans and all the countries of Biafra gathered today, you need to get education. You are welcome. Tabu, Ebo.
of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb were born. Do this very well. You must be very, very strong.
When the Poroku, Nijimwero Wekumu Biafra. When the Siputa, Makamwero Wekaninaga. Biko Kulie, Kulie, Ogeruo. Biko Kulie, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo.
Oh, when the Poroku, Makamwero Wangi. Oh, when the Puruchekwa, Makamwero Wekumu Biafra.
Biko Kulie, Ogeruo. Biko Kulie, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo. The spirit of Biafra, Biko Kulie, Ogeruo. When the Biafra Gideon, Biko Kulie, Ogeruo. Ohamadike no na donjon, Umugeweki Eremeyae. Bodike, Mosike, Rurajobadike. Biko Kulie, Ogeruo. Biko Kulie, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, Master Simon M. He want to smooth the street Gabani Runaibu. Never got out from my Yebudo. Or Guinea. Master Simon Epa, Emesu Wokwere, Onyendu. Iye Jamalike, Imapa Simon Epa Wukie. Iye Jamalike, Simon Epa Watakatapo. Ojuda Kweni, Mwikwere Onyendu Kinebetata. I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back. I will follow you, Prime Minister Veroni, Aniga Wanuga, I will follow you, Anina, I will follow you, I will follow you, The question is this: if Nigerian government failed to organize referendum for children of Biafra, are you ready to lead us to do anything in order to get freedom from Biafra? And I'm going to be number one to follow you. If you're looking for 100 men, you will find 50 in me. Ogwe Bucharangwe, Master Simon Epa, or Guinea.
Master Simon Epa, Biko, GC, Kaka, Nogu, Atakata, Kaina, Ojuda, Wei, Equivalent, Kine, Menata.
I am 50 men, oh yes, and I said, Bros, I will follow you, I will follow you, I will follow you, never look back, I will follow you. Prime Minister Veroni, Aniga Wanuga, I will follow you, Anina, I will follow you, I will follow you. Ohamadike Biafra, Dahi Poroka Biarole. Iye Jamalike, Biafra Republic Government Awuchie. Iye Jamalike, Commander General Lekweshiri. General Buduso, Suna Atakatawo. Commander Holy Ghost, Okonyendu Borokunu Nazatata. Biko Kulie, Ogeruo. Biko Kulie, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo. Biko Kulie, Iye Jamalike, Ogeruo.
Jaja maka Biafra. Wero putara anyị onye ndu Simon Efa
Witness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. Ahadin sosine bigebi rone bigebi. He said, we are doing then, better get out.
You want to have me, I can't go to you. I said, you know my guy,
we are peace-loving people. We are called death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature, that's how we are. Just because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing. Quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at African Union. We have a case at, what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forests. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a time, in a movement that I lead, they can come into our land and take it over. That means don't know Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media. Forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Akpabio knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, or maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigeria terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans, don't knowing that I actually lost the war already before even the war started.
All of us Biafrans in the British cabinet, the Defense of Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end.
If not, that means you're not doing anything. If nobody is chasing you to arrest you, that means you're not a freedom fighter. If nobody is trying to stop what you're doing, that means that what you're doing is not effective.
Prayer. There is no room for sabotage. I am not fighting Biafra freedom with a clear eye. The thing I'm telling you people today, if you know you are going to occupy any position in the Biafra de facto government in the homeland, listen and pay attention. I don't have friend. I don't know anybody. I don't know you. You are not my friend. The only thing that we are doing brought us together is that you have volunteered to serve Biafra people in the homeland. If you become a problem, you will regret it. It is a call to serve Biafra people, not a call to serve Simon Ekpa, not a call to build clique, not a call to form cabals in your various states, not a call to do paddy in the Biafra government. The price and the consequences is heavy. Many people have died in this struggle. You must listen to instruction. You must take directive and don't.
All of us Biafrans in the British cabinet, the Defense of Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end.
Biafran itsenäisyyttä ajava nigerialaisryhmä on kokoontunut Lahteen. 5-päiväisessä tapahtumassa ryhmä on tehnyt Biafran itsenäisyysjulistuksen. Tapahtuman taustalla on lahtelainen Simon Ekpa, joka vangittiin viime kuussa epäiltynä terrorismirikoksesta. Ryhmä suunnittelee huomiseksi Lahteen isoa mielenosoitusta Ekpan vuoksi. Hämeen poliisi seuraa tapahtumia.
We gathered in Helsinki last year for the preparation to today's event. And then we chose Lahti because our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, whom the Finland local authority says he's inciting us, he's not here with us today. So we gathered here because this is a city where he lives, and we are used to Finland. They say he's inciting people, but we are fighting for our freedom. We have the right to self-determination, and that's exactly the same thing our Prime Minister is doing.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me on this morning program. I welcome every one of you that has connected to this very platform this morning, wherever you are connecting from. Please, if you join the program, like and share, invite someone else to join you. This is not the time for you to watch alone. This is the time for you to make sure that each time you come into this program, you bring somebody along with you. If you have not yet subscribed, click the notification bell. Make sure that your notification bell is on. Subscribe if you have not done so. If you are watching me from TikTok, tap the screen. Please tap the screen so that others can be able to join us. Share the information. Share the program. If you are watching from Facebook, share and like. Very, very important. And my fellow Biafrans, those who are watching from David Haber channel on YouTube, which is where I'm hosting this program, I welcome every one of you and I appreciate you for joining me on this morning program. Wherever you are watching from, I appreciate you. I thank you for joining. And for the sake of those who are coming into this very program for the very first time, or those who are coming across this our program for the very first time, I want every one of you to know that this platform where you are watching this program right now is a platform that is under the Biafran government. This platform stands for the Biafran government under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who the COS, Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE, is standing in for today. And on the supreme command of Mazi Nandekan, that is where we stand. And we will continue to defend the United States of Biafra until it is finally restored on the ground. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or individuals. We don't come here to attack any race or religion. What we do in this platform every morning is to present the case of Biafra before the whole world. What we do every morning is to tell the world what is going on in Biafra land. In this platform, we debunk every lie against the Biafran people. Every lie against the Deputy Prime Minister interim, COS, Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE. To debunk every lie against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. To debunk every lie against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nandekan. A lot of wrong information have been passed in so many places. A lot of lies have been told in so many platforms. People are speaking from different angles and different corners. And we are listening and hearing them. And we can't be silent and allow things to go wrong. The youngest nation of the world has been born, the United States of Biafra. We need to feed that very young nation. When a new child is born, the mother will feed the child with breast milk and water. We don't have to allow the newborn child to starve to death. The United States of Biafra is not up to a month old. And some of us have forgotten where we are coming from and what we are supposed to do. What we are supposed to be doing is to feed that young nation, the United States of Biafra. As it stands today, it needs milk and water. And who are those that are going to feed it? It is you and I. Ask yourself, what are you doing now? What is your position? What are you doing to that newborn baby? Are you starving the newborn baby to death? Are you taking care of the newborn baby? When a new child is born, people come with their presents. They come with their gifts. Some might decide to come with pampers. Some come with baby food. Some come with clothing as a gift to sustain the newborn baby. That is why in Igbo land they say one person doesn't train a child. When you give birth to a child, the whole community will be involved in the training of that child and upbringing of that child. Today, a newborn baby is born in our midst and left for us. Some of us have refused to focus on taking care of that newborn baby, giving the milk and water to that newborn baby for its growth. Some of us are focusing on starving that newborn baby. Ask yourself a question. Your actions today, what you are doing, are you feeding the newborn baby or you're starving that newborn baby to death? The United States of Biafra was born. And we know the procedure where we are coming from before we got to where we are today. It is a relay. The relay race started from 1967 when our eternal leader Dim Odumegwu said enough is enough. And he woke up to defend the territory of Biafra. When he made that move, he fought earnestly and put everything he has to make sure that most of us today are alive. So many of us who are of age would have not survived. And so many of us who are not of age at that time, our parents would have not survived. But he fought and he did what he had to do. The relay race continued. Uwazirike came on board. Uwazirike played the role to keep the journey alive. He did as much as he could until his strength began to him because of several distractions, and then he gave up. The relay continued. Our supreme leader Mazen Nandekano took up the race and he began the journey. Almost starting afresh in sensitization, revealing things that people do not know, opening the closed book, opening many safes that were closed, many secrets were opened. And the Biafrans woke up. We were all standing at alert. He didn't stop at the Biafrans, including other regions. They woke up. We all supported him, and it went to a point. A lot of things happened. Even in the journey, so many things happened. If not for the fact that Chukwu Okukabiyama gave him the assignment, he wouldn't have been able to succeed. He was attacked. He was blackmailed. Mazen Nandekano was called a criminal. From the inside, the people he was working for, they blackmailed him several times. There was a time they blackmailed him with a transformer. They said they gave him money to buy a transformer. A transformer was bought and sent. The same people who were working with Mazen Nandekano were the ones that passed the information, and the government of Nigeria seized that transformer. The same people came back and they accused Mazen Nandekano of embezzlement. And it was a very tough time for Mazen Nandekano. When you see him that period, those of you who are following him, you see him, he lost weight. He tried as much as possible to continue to pursue until the truth came out. Every one of us saw. When it was revealed, that same transformer they accused Mazen Nandekano of embezzling the money was later discovered in Nigeria. And the people who sold it and who gave the information were discovered. The same people who were working with him. It didn't stop there. The journey continued. It got to a stage. Another set of betrayal came. All this is went on and on and on until it got to the time when he was attacked. He went out and later got to the extent that when he was being kidnapped from Kenya, every one of us know the mystery surrounding his kidnap, the suspects, the suspicions and all that. We don't want to go about that because whatever you say about that now has to be a suspicion. People will say, you're not sure. But every one of us can use our common sense to know what transpired in Kenya. And the Nigerian government celebrated. The politicians celebrated. The people who are even today clapping for Mazen Nandi can say, oh, he's a good man. He was a gentleman. Oh, he's pursuing our cause. Every one of them were among those who even contributed money to kidnap him. Go and check the videos they were doing before he was kidnapped. They were all against him. But today, because they feel that finally they have caged him, his voice is no longer coming the way it should be. Now they are advocating for his freedom, painting him to be good. And the Prime Minister, Obatobie, the dragon, Master Simon Ebade, commander-in-chief today, took up the battle. He began to run the race. When they saw that the fire is too much, in order to be able to blackmail Master Simon Ebade, what did they do? They promote Master Nnamdi Kanu as angel of light, even though that is what he is. But they denied it before. But in order to drag attention, what they're doing, the only way they can be able to win the heart of the Biafrans is to tell them, oh, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was the best man. Let us follow him. Forget about Mazen Simon Ekpa. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's to this and he's to that. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the gentleman. But those of us who are following the struggle know that there is nothing Mazen Simon Ekpa did that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not do. I can tell you, Mazen Simon Ekpa has not even done, he has not even used harsh word that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu used. Master Simon Ekpa is being political, is being even lenient in his words. But today, when you see people come online, they will tell you, oh, Master Simon Ekpa, he is so tough, he doesn't know what he's doing. Master Simon Ekpa is the one that has the key, he knows how to do it. And you think, I always tell people, when you look at people telling you, oh, I'm saying the truth, I am saying the truth, look at their motive. What is the motive behind those people today who are coming out to claim to be praising Nnamdi Kanu? Look at their motive. These are people who have gone against him in the past. These are people who have fought him earnestly. They went against him. They didn't want him to survive the next minute. And Master Simon Ekpa faced all those challenges. Continue to face that challenge up to this minute as we are. Do not forget, Master Simon Ekpa have fought several battles. From the Idu section, the accountability section, and some others, one that were not mentioned. From stage to stage, he overcome all. And today, finally, here we are. We have succeeded in putting that signature down. The declaration of Biafra, which is his own mission. He said it when he came and said he would not be there for more than 5 years with nothing to show. Finally, just like the video I played where the COS spoke, that Mazi Simon Ekpa led the structure from the beginning to the end. And he has been telling us the same thing. That the structure to declare Biafra, the structure to restore Biafra has been put in place from A to Z. In the sense that even if he's not there, Biafra will be restored. The structure has been in place from A to Z. Even if he's not there, Biafra will be restored. And here we are. The trying period came. On this trying period, I am not angry with the Finnish government, and I cannot be angry with the Finnish government. They have to do what they have to do. It is their law. And when somebody is being accused of a certain issue or something, you have to go into questioning, following their own procedure and their own law. And what they are doing is according to their own law, to find out if the accusation that was made against their citizen is wrong or right. We are only worried, and we feel it should be faster than the way it is. That is our worries. We know that Finland is a very good country that has human rights record, very good human rights record. And we are not afraid. Our Prime Minister is in a safe hand. And before anything happened, we knew that somebody has been working with our Prime Minister very closely, that all of us have celebrated and introduced in so many issues, in so many. But finally, here are we today. Here are we today. And I will ask you, judging from where we are coming to and where we are today, if you still tell me that you are confused or you don't know what to do, I am sorry, I can't help you. The direction to go is very, very straight. And Mazi Simon Ekpa kept everything in place from A to Z. And the office of the Prime Minister is still in charge. The office of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is still in control of the struggle. And we continue to be in control until we see otherwise. So if you come here to tell me you are confused, I'm sorry, I can't help you. My fellow Biafrans, today, I have come on this program to touch on some very important issue and allows people also to ask their questions. I can see somebody is here already, my brother Okuchukwu Leo. I will allow Okuchukwu Leo to talk. Meanwhile, the topic I have today is the United States of Biafra Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and the Deputy Prime Minister COS Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE end faceless mole with good job. They have ended the faceless moles with good job. Their good job is a threat to the moles today. We are going to elaborate on that as we go further, and I will entertain questions. And anybody who wants to make a contribution can come in and make a contribution. We are listening and we'll follow up. My brother Okuchukwu Leo, go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear from you. Sorry for keeping you for that long.
My brother.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
All right. You see, I noticed something. I think this problem that is lingering now started during that convention. Because I noticed something during that convention from the statement of finance minister on the last day being December 2nd. There is a statement he made, and I began to reason somehow with the statement, after which COS also came out and made her own statement on the same platform. So I think this whole problem, they have been managing it ever since even during that conference. And I am calling in all media houses, including you, David, to please, it is those of you who are in media, you are more closer to the government than those of us who are just ordinary street members. You people should at least speak to this man in Kere for him not to sabotage this government at this early stage. It is too early for us to go into this rumble, although every nation, even ordinary organization, do have such a problem. But I think we should be in a celebration mood at this time, not to quarrel, not to antagonize each other. You guys in the media to call this man to order, lecture him on the rules of governance, because there are some certain things that he don't understand in rules of governance, especially the type of statements he made sometimes. There is no man is an island, and woman cannot build a nation. it is a collective effort of everybody, including ordinary man in the street. It's a collective effort of every man. For a man of his caliber to make a derogatory statement of that without him, a nation cannot move forward. I think that even if you are talking to a child, it hurts. And he should know that he has fought Biafrans. Another is my good brother, a good analyst of his own caliber, Chiamaka Ajiri, and former Minister of Communication. These guys are well read, but the lane they are running down, what I don't know what is propelling them to that direction, because I can't really figure out what is their problem. And it is because of this problem that has been loophole that has been created before the end of this that made the COS not to include them in that cabinet, because that problem have existed within the time of that convention. So, my dear brother, I have no much to say, because I am pained seeing our prominent men who have been toying the whole world, doing everything possible to make sure that those of us who are in homeland feel free to walk around and speak when we can, are there back bantering each other, using a derogatory word against each other. And this lady, my COS, I looked at that woman during her speech and everything. I have very much confidence in her. I have very much confidence in her that she can pilot that ship while our Prime Minister is released. Before our Prime Minister is released. She is confident enough. I watched her interview on this one London radio.
Yeah.
Some questions put on her and answer he put across to them. I said, wow. Which means even if GM stay longer, that someone can take that mantle of leadership and do even great, unexpected. They should allow that woman to pilot this government, to run this government and lead us free. We want to be free. We want to have a home of our own. We want to be liberated. We should not jeopardize this opportunity that God has given to us. Let us listen to, after all, governments come and go. If it's because of the position.
That's what I was about to tell you when you were talking about popular people. And everybody remember Uchemefo. You cannot be more popular than Uchemefo. Yeah. You remember Madam Azuka. You can't be more popular than her.
Yeah.
So this thing is not about an individual. It is not about a person. Once you render your service and the time is up, you give way. Someone else will come in.
Good.
And more especially when you decide within yourself, you have decided yourself that you cannot work with the government of Biafra. And you expect somebody to come and beg you or come and sit on the table with you, this person should be sick. Biafra is bigger than anybody, any individual.
Anybody at all.
Go ahead.
Anybody at all. All right. So government comes and go. If this time is not favorable to you, sit aside. If you can play on an advisory role, fine. If you don't want, sit aside and watch the government. Put up a constructive criticism. That is how government runs. Rather than for you to become a stumbling block to already established success. So I urge every Biafrans, and especially those of you who are in the media, some of you who have direct contact to those 3 men, because I noticed there are only 3 putting up this show. You people can get across to them. Talk to them men to men. Discuss the issue on the ground with them. Let them know where they are for. Do they expect that woman to abandon the order of our prime minister? Or do they expect that woman from Twitter handle of Ajere? He complained that it is too early to have reshuffled the cabinet. Is it no better the cabinet is dissolved this early so that the government will start running effectively early?
No, they want us to
for us to achieve our goal, rather than to wait for the prime minister to come out or leave it as it. Already we have grown past government in exile. It's now an established government. Biafra is now free. You don't call it Brigi again. What we are into now is United States of Biafra, not Brigi anymore. Why should you keep a Brigi government after the convention? My brother, I can't figure out exactly the problem of this man, except if they could come out and speak to Biafra, lay down their complaint, and we all will iron everything out. We discuss it. The most painful part is negligence. The COS called them on a meeting for the first time. They reject. They pull out. He called them for the second time. They pulled out. Maybe if they had attended their meeting, they would have resolved all these things amicably without us knowing. But what brought all these things to the public is finance minister, who went ahead to call meeting of the directors from the homeland. I had a Zoom meeting with them, including going further to make fundraising. Why you are asked to remain calm for just 1 week? Is that not insubordination? Is that not insubordination? Why can't we reason? Why is sometimes power intoxicates some of our people? Or have he become an island that without him Biafra will not move? I don't think so. And he knows well. He knows it too well without him.
Of course, that's why we have to move on without waiting for anybody. Biafra is bigger than an individual, so we have to move on.
So, my brother, I urge you people in media, you people have the key to bring these guys to order. Not those of not those of us from the homeland and the street guys. Those of you in the media have to talk some sense into them. If it means for you to call him privately, talk to him, not for him not to mess himself up.
My brother, the issue is that most of these people you are talking about, we have been with them for a very long time. We are in different groups with them. Most of them have worked in the media for years with them. So I know them in person and what they can do and how they think. And some of them, calling them is a waste of time, even though many people have sent a call. When you make a call, it becomes an insult and all that. So when you see certain things, there are certain things you begin to do, you just draw yourself back instead of moving forward. What I tell every Biafran is that before you listen to any individual, first of all, look at the antecedents. What is the motive of that very person on whatever he or she is doing? It doesn't matter whether you are lying or you are telling the truth. When somebody comes and says, I'm telling you the truth, look at the motive behind what that person is saying. There are some things you say, even though it looks like the truth, it is not the truth. Your motive makes it become a lie because you are chasing shadows. You are chasing something that is abnormal.
Exactly.
There are so many of them, like some of them today that you see making brokers and the faceless people. Number one is that I don't know why Biafrans keep on building an individual instead of building an institution. We are very quick in building people. You praise people, you hype them, you call them big names, and their hell will swell before you see. They begin to misbehave. Some of us are even listening to faceless people. We have people who are broadcasting from Biafra land, and we know them. We can see them. But we see many people who have been there talking, pretending to be talking about Biafra. We don't know whom they are. They might broadcast in the morning as a Biafran, in the night they go and talk about the Nigerian government. But because they tell us what we love to hear, some of us get carried away. Many of us in the media, we have confronted many of them. We have seen their actions. What you have to do is watch what people were doing before, what they were doing before, what did they do in the past? Can they be trusted? What was their judgment when an incident happened before? The judgment they passed, how did that judgment pass? You saw when our Prime Minister talked about Anonymous. Even though Anonymous, when they started, they began to give people predictions that looks like truth. Yeah. And Biafrans were rushing to Anonymous to go and listen to Anonymous. A faceless human being who nobody knows. Until our Prime Minister woke up and told you to stop listening to that Anonymous. He's nobody. But because he was given some predictions that a guesswork or something, information he gets, he bring it out and people begin to look at it. Today we have another Anonymous in this very struggle and people are still paying attention and listening and they are shouting. Even though you have seen that very Anonymous play again before, make false prediction, attack our Prime Minister himself, attack our Prime Minister on stage. But still today, I see people writing me and sending me some videos. I look at them, I laugh. But those of us in the media, I am very active and inside member. I attend cabinet meetings. I observe all the cabinet meetings. I know people who are there and people who are not there. I know when calls are made. I know how our Prime Minister calls people together and how he delegates his assignments. Every single thing the COS is doing today, none is of her own volition. All these things are the things that the Prime Minister has put in place. She's only bringing it out for implementation. There is a voice I used to play before I start my program where she said that the Prime Minister have already put in place the structure from beginning to the end. Even Prime Minister himself said it. That the structure is there from beginning to end. So anybody that steps into that place on the direction of promise, all you need to do is just to follow up on the direction. And today you see many of them accusing our COS of most of them, when they come, they talk of chatter. That is their new slogan. The new slogan today is chatter, that he dissolved the government. He dissolved the government. The COS never dissolved the government. What she dissolved was the cabinet. And for some of us who didn't know it, because sometimes they say things, people carry it and wrong, that knowing. Let me bring it up so that we can see the very letter that she issued from the office of the Prime Minister. What are you seeing here? What is written here is dissolution of Briggy cabinet. But when you see them pushing their lie, they will come and tell people that she dissolved the government. This cabinet is a cabinet under the office of the Prime Minister. And the person in charge of that office of the Prime Minister today is the COS, authorized by the Prime Minister himself, and has the right to dissolve the cabinet if he so desires. And in this case, without even being told, everyone know why it had to be dissolved. When some people have said that they cannot work with her office, they cannot obey that office. Can you imagine somebody coming out in a meeting and say, I will not obey your office? If you were in the position of the COS or the Prime Minister, a Prime Minister, somebody come and say, I will not work with your office, I will not obey what you say. What will you do? What will you do? To close down the office or to resign because of an individual? They push lies. They say she dissolved the cabinet. What was dissolved is the cabinet, not the government. The dissolution of government is not there. But when they begin to preach to Biafra to confuse them, they will tell you that, that she dissolved the government. And because she dissolved the government, she dissolved herself also. The charter they are talking about today, the charter is being protected by the office of the Prime Minister. And if you want to get the true interpretation of the charter, we have the Justice Department. Go to the Justice Department, they will interpret it. But before you begin to talk about charter, what was the root of this problem? Is this the charter that was the problem? What was the root of the problem? That you feel you cannot obey somebody, an office. And when you were called for a meeting several times, not once, not twice, not thrice, you refused to come. The next thing you did was to come to media. And today you see some people coming out to call on the COS without talking about somebody who flouted the order of the Biafran people. Because when we talk about the office of the Prime Minister, it's our office. Every one of us appointed Mazi Simon to be there. And Mazi Simon chose somebody to start.
That is my problem. That is my problem.
You are not concerned about the person that disobeyed you. You are concerned about the person who is implementing the order of the Prime Minister. Simply because that order didn't come through you. Are you the one who's supposed to come to? The person that is very close to Prime Minister, his closest person that he has. That is why she is the COS, the Chief of Staff. She is the chief among all the staff, including the Prime Minister. All of them are staffs under her. We are all staff under the Prime Minister, under the office of the Prime Minister. We are all staffs.
Yes.
Among us staff, there is a chief of staff who delegates assignments and tell people what to do, pass information. And if you come here to tell me that there is any other person that has more information than her, you are only deceiving yourself. And by the way, the Prime Minister is not dead. He's not dead. He's not in the zoo prison. He's not in African prison that you will say you can't get in. He's not even convicted. The person we are talking about can come out tomorrow or next tomorrow. And there is one key thing people have to question, people are not asking. This very person, 2 days after our Prime Minister silence, this very person today who is attacking the COS brought in a letter into the cabinet and ordered that the cabinet should conduct an election and overthrow the Prime Minister. She said, the letter is in the public, it has been published, sent a letter through his group and his colleague that they should conduct an election. 2 days, only 2 days. after the absence of our prime minister. And when the letter was brought, the whole people in the cabinet got mad. And because of that, the department through which he brought that letter was dissolved. And from there, every one of them began to show their faces. When you come to cabinet meeting, they will send a spy to come and get information for them. When you are talking, there will be causing confusion. The major key actors will not attend. Call them, they will never attend. They only say MOLES. And he wants us to continue to mark time and continue to be there and listen to. So we cannot do that. Biafra is bigger than an individual. The structure has been put in place by the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon, and that structure, it is what we are following. And until the COS goes against that very laid down plan, once you go against it, of course, there are people there who are monitoring and watching everything. We are all watching. We are all observing. Members of the cabinet are all observing. But for you to begin to witch hunt somebody, oh, a woman will not be on top of you. Oh, this person can, how can this person be? It is just nonsense. They're wasting your time. I bet you, after the speech of our COS today, the members of the cabinet are going to come to make broadcast today, 8 p.m. Biafran time. Everybody should key in. After that very message, they will be gone and gone forever. Their noise will only last for maybe for 2 weeks or at most 1 month. After that 1 month, we'll move on. If they tell you that somebody like Uche Mefo will disappear on media, will you believe it? If they tell you that Uche Mefo can disappear in media, you can't believe it. Uche Mefo was the powerhouse of IPOB. She was there holding the media. Even when Mazen Nandekan was kidnapped, she was there. But surprisingly today, do you hear him anywhere? Do you see him anywhere? Do you any Biafrans hadn't even remember him? Look at Madam Azuka. She climbed up to the defense minister. She made many moves for Biafra. She did many marvelous things. Very popular. Almost at the same level with our prime minister. But when things change, as long as you are not on the track, as you are not building on that foundation, once you step out of that foundation, you are gone, you are gone. It doesn't matter. That thing you think you have, that popularity you think you have will disappear overnight. You see Nelly, when Nelly came out, Nelly thought that she had arrived because she was on media making exposition and all that. And people were hailing her. But when the time was up, you are gone forever. It doesn't matter. Whether you've been in media for 1,000 years, it's nonsense. It doesn't make sense. The only thing that can make you to stand out is the truth. If you are truthful, even if it is one person watching you and you are truthful, you will stand the test of time. At the end of the day, you will stand out. It's so sad that our Biafran people are too emotional. More especially when you mention this issue of Biafra, we pursue people and listen to them without even applying our own common senses. But this time we have to change that very way we listen. We need to change it. Definitely. My brother Chinonso, you're welcome. Go ahead and speak to us, Chinonso. Let's hear from you, Chinonso. Go ahead.
Bro Shoes, I greet you from my end.
Welcome.
I greet all the Biafrans in the house, those in the Parliament House. I greet all the Biafrans worldwide. Morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and your location. Anybody who says he's a confused man or he's confused on what is happening, he's a pretender. Because you can't build a house for over 3 years, and when that house is having issues, you cannot detect where the problem is coming from the house. When a house is cracked by foundation, like we that is normally the me that build a house, if a house cracked from foundation, go and check the foundation very well. Once house cracked from foundation get to roof, there is problem in the foundation. That is why. Sometimes little thing can crack a foundation. When you dig the foundation, maybe there's one particular strong taproot of a tree that you cut and he did not remove it. Anytime, any month, any year, that last taproot remains on the ground rotting, that place will fill gap. When the land vibrates, the wall, because the gap that is the one the land vibrates, that little gap that has a space, the vibration of the land will bring a sand down to close that place to be very tight. So whenever it cracks, check it very well. There is something wrong there. In this Biafra declaration, because we are no longer in liberation, we are no longer in the struggle. We are in Biafra to defend USB. That is where we are. The problem that's happened is not just happened. From day one, these people that is like a cutting root has been there and waiting for a time for them to rot it. So anybody who you see now is against the government is like those that are like that root. The time they have been rotted, the land has been vibrate. What you will see, the house will crack. Now, when the house crack, do you go and bring the house down? The question is no. What you will do, if you don't have drilling machine, where your hand in order to get the drilling cutting machine, what you will do, you look for a chain of a machine and put it, open the wall with a nail, use it, pay laborers, they can use it and start cutting that wall from gap where you maybe when they are cutting it, why you have put autopsy or bamboo to hold the decking, to give it some support. Immediately you cut it, what you will do, you knock your plank, you bring your iron bender, then you now put a very big iron on that area, then cover it. Then once you mark it and pour iron, the concrete in there, the house will get stronger again because you have removed that problem. So the last problem on United States of Biafra, they have showcased their face, we have removed them. And they are not going to be there any longer. There's one thing again that I normally understand. In common organization, like all this WhatsApp group, you have WhatsApp group admin, you have WhatsApp group coordinator, you even have chairman, you even have speaker or some WhatsApp group, and you have treasurer. If anything happens in this group, they need to replace between chairman, vice chairman. You can never go and bring a financial treasurer to replace, because one, the area that people left is not his area. And I never see in the world, in a group, that a financial minister automatically become a leader. Things have do's and don'ts. Things have protocol you need to follow. Okay, even let's leave all these places I'm talking about. Let's go to the common zoo where we said that we are going to be better more than them. If anything happened to president, there must be a vice. If there is no vice, the chief of army, they call it the chief of army, is bid to take over. Not a financial minister of a state will come and take over. The thing is very simple. Chioba Segna Nego Bumbrogwu nke ihe ọjọọ n'ihi ịhụnanya nke ego, ndị mmadụ wee go oti mkpu wee na-etiri ma ndị oshi ma ndị amamkpu. That is what we see. Money is the root of all evil. Those people that think that they love Simon Ekpa, they want to keep his, they never love Simon Ekpa. All they have is love of money, because through office of prime minister, the true office of particularly Ogenkere, they are those that this man are giving money. Chiamaka Jere is my tight friend. I stay on his program every day. I talk to him. But I never believed that Chiamaka would stoop so low to be lying with clear eyes to Biafrans and telling me that he's saying the truth when you know you are lying. Well, any man who is saying truth, depending on the money he collected, the truth is truth of money. That's what Chiamaka Ajere and Sonia Power, that's what they're saying now.
Of course.
They are saying truth of money because they are truth of money. And when you are saying truth without money, people will know. They have collected. So they want to defend what they collected. Their own social media is like zoo social media. When the government who are paying you money will tell you what to say and what not to say. That's what I understand very well that Chiamaka is defending. He is defending a man who is feeding him. A man who is paying him salary every month. That is what Chiamaka is defending. Nothing more than that. Chiamaka Ajero knows my name. He knows where I stay. He knows me very well. So I say he's my tight friend, but for this aspect of thing he does, I refuse because I called him in Finland. When I get information, I called Chiamaka Ajere 4 times when he was in Finland. He did not answer my call. And he's come back, he did not. But he is somebody who normally sees my call and return it. I want to tell him, Chiamaka, Satan has entered you. Come out from there. Like Chiamaka we know that Chiamaka Ajere has left Master Manepa before, attack him and come back and do open confession. I follow among those who called him on phone. I told him, Chiamaka Ajere, come out and do what? Please apologize to Biafra openly. Mazi Osno Konko will bear me a witness what I'm saying right now. I called Mazi also. I said, forgive people should forgive Chiamaka Ajere. Let him come in. So far he wants to return, so he can return. But I have called my friend. He refused to pick my call from coming back from Finland now. So whoever think that you're going to call Chiamaka or Gonkere now and they will come back, they will not. They use the amount and cross Rubicon. For me, they use the amount and cross Rubicon. So they cannot return. They cross bad Rubicon. There is no way for them to return.
From the moment they opened a live stream and talk on the media, that is the end.
Yes. That is why I said they use the amount and cross bad Rubicon. So they can't return back because they have uttered a word. They have insulted Biafrans. They have insulted the spirit of Biafra. And the spirit has left them. And there's one thing about this Biafra something. Immediately Biafra spirit left you, you will be talking from both of your mouths. You will not know that you are digging your grave and you use the hand to bring yourself down. He think that he will bring COS down. Ask yourself, are you bringing yourself down? Because Nandi Boba is not he
She doesn't even have time. She's busy. Have you ever seen her coming online to challenge anybody?
That is the best thing. That is the best thing she can do.
Today she's going to come out with all the members of the cabinet and address Biafrans.
Yes, like my son does not have time to reply all the social media. That is what I like about you. So,
just like when Martin Nandekano was dealing with Uchemefe before, people were expecting him to reply. He never said any word. He never uttered any word. He continued on what he did.
Yes. So our people, the truth is coming out gradually, and it's only the truth will last forever and ever. Lies are very sweet. You see, lies are very sweet, but truth is always bitter. There is no way now. They never understand because of the money they are eating from Ogenkere. They still believe in Biafra government in exile. Why we have moved on to United States of Biafra? How could you tell me that we will declare our independence and they want those who are still ruling us when we are in the government in exile to continue? Or we want to use that method? That simply means we are where we are. And also, if someone come and tell us we should wait for Obatobi to come outside, he's deceiver. Why are we fighting DOS? We are fighting them because they said they will stop everything until Inan can come south.
Yes.
Then how do we get here? Is it because of their social media or have a platform? They think they know more than us. They think they have all the wisdom. They are deceiving themselves, social media. And let's see for how long it's going to last. We are watching them. We are seeing them. They should remember that social media did not forget to whatever happened, social media is forever and ever is there to prove the wrong and the good side of what you are doing to your people. So the thing is very simple to understand. I said, if you are confused, you are on your own. And I said, a man of we have. That's why I say we have three types of a fool. Somebody who is a fool at 20 will be a fool at 40. Anybody who is a fool at 40 will be a fool at 80. If you are confused at a fool of 20, you will be confused at age of 40. You will also be confused at age of 80. That are those who are in America supporting Ogonkere and Chiamaka Ajere. They are a fool at 80. Because in all their life, they are fool. They are fools here and there. How could you tell us that we should leave government and be talking of individual? Who does that? Where is it happening? You have somebody who have already proved everything. If Mas Simon Heba is not coming for fundraising, Sonny Akbarawa, why do whenever you talk, you open fundraising start? If Mas Simon Heba is not coming, then the next person you will allow to address us become chief of staff. Then what happens now?
No,
why
they have forgotten. All of them have forgotten.
People have forgotten. We are there watching all of them and keeping this record straight. Why that is it that if Alberto Obi need to come on social on a program, he never come, chief of staff is there. Why is he carry it on? And you, Sonny Akbarawa, will introduce, use your mouth and
second in command.
As second in command. Now the second in command is not having a problem, and you have a problem with her. See, you people have been planning this this is a queue, meeting after meeting before these days. So you will have just a little time to maneuver what people have been. God just want to use it to expose all of you that people are meeting after meeting. See, it doesn't matter if it is a woman, a girl of 18 years declared Biafra. What matters that Biafra has been.
We will defend the office. It doesn't matter who is there. The office of the Prime Minister is the office we know.
Yes, and the whole effort that people made in Finland for this Biafra not to be declared, God disappointed all of you, and Biafra was declared. And to who God wants her to declare. Believe me, what happened is not a coincidence. God in heaven knows that the spirit of Biafra knows that is NGOZI is going to be the one to declare Biafra. That is where things is going on. And that's why Master said, nobody will come to fight for Biafra after him. He has finished it. We have declared our independence. We are due already. So whoever that is saying that you are confused, go and sleep. When you wake up, use cold water, bath yourself back. Then after you bed finish, lay down on that bedroom and pray for Biafra spirit to come back to you. So the confusion will left you. We are not stopping. Anybody who is fighting NGOZI or ORABUEZE is fighting all the Biafrans. He's fighting the government. Now that we are in a government. And ndị banyes na ihe ji wee chi apụpụ ihe ibi ya ji achị. And when they were not now, he will drop all the old cabals for them not to spoil his office. Anybody, if you did not find yourself in this group, I say it, in this Biafra government movement, and if you did not find yourself, that simply means the one you have worked is okay, but the capacity of where we are going, you don't have it. It doesn't mean that in 1,000 people who start 1,000 meter race, it's only few people that they come from 1 to 10, and they are the most people that can finish the race. So you think of yourself, and if you have a future, if you was Chiamaka Ajere, for all the effort he made in the past, I could have closed my mouth and believe that when the future come, Biafra will remember me. I will see get a better job, a better work to do with the government. And you are think of now, forget the future. The future holds a lot on us. Whatever I am doing today is past, but the future is what I'm Shiamaka Ajere and all these people did not think about the future. They think of what they will get now. That is why they disobey the order, because they're working for money. That's why they call for fundraising. When COS said, do not, let us arrange things.
Thank you so much. So guys, let's allow ORABUEZE to talk. I think he has waited for too long. He's becoming impatient. ORABUEZE, just be patient. We are just trying to make sure everybody can be able to voice out themselves. Let's just go ahead.
Am I coming out?
Yeah, you're coming out. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. Good morning. And good morning, all Biafrans.
My brother, there is something I need to beg of us.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Wait,
1 minute.
Let ORABUEZE speak. After him, then you can come in.
I'm not speaking. I'm just trying to keep.
1 moment. I'm coming. 1 moment. I will allow you. I just want to put something. Please, Mas, choose. I love your program, the way you organize your program. But when you see like 1 or 2 people in the studio, you give timing.
Okay.
You give timing because your program, maybe you spend 2 hours, everybody will say come back turn by turn again. But when you see like 1 or 2 people, if it's 1 person or if it's only you can talk, no problem. Once it's 2 or 3 people, you time people 5 minutes or 10 minutes, it depends on how many minutes you want to give everybody. So that's like I've been waiting for almost 30 minutes. and right now in my place is like 15 minutes after 3 a.m.
I guess noted.
So it's not easy for somebody to wake up and be waiting. Sometimes you forget what you want to say. Yeah, but
right.
At least if it's going round. Before you got
You're right. This Biafra issue is some people are very emotional, including me.
After 3 a.m. now go back because you get Biafra after 3 a.m. Yeah.
Okay.
So my brother Tori add here. You can go ahead and add what you want to add.
Thank you, my brother. My brother Chinonso. So the only thing I'm sorry add and this thing about that. Please, I beg of us all, let us not use derogatory word against our fellow, no matter what he has done. Abusive word is not good in social media. So let us be polite in whatever we choose in choosing our words. Please, that is all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that very advice. And I bet you in this very platform, this is one of the platforms you go where they don't insult person. There is a place I expect you to go and give that advice, and you see the reply you get from there. As for here, people here, I always give that warning even from the beginning. We try to be civil. It doesn't matter how angry you are. We always try to be civil on this platform. There are people who don't have limits to what they say, and you know them. If you go there to give this advice, now they will kick you out. So we try. I appreciate that very reminder you just gave us, and I always make that speech before we start a program. Let us not go extreme. Try to be civil when you are making your statement, no matter how angry or how disappointed you are. Go on, my beloved brother ORABUEZE. Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother, I greet all Biafrans again. Good morning from my end. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Yeah, I just want to make a 1 or 2 suggestion or contribution, anyhow it be. Yeah, like right now, this issue. This issue, what started this issue was Nkere and the Sonia Barawa and the Van. For them coming out and be shouting on the media, fundraising, they cancel fundraising. But they didn't tell us the real issue. From fundraising, they write on their list in Mumu people. We are Mumu people. After Mumu, right now they are back to chatter. Chatter is not the problem. It's a very simple something. If the financial secretary submit the document or the account, nobody, all the joy we have from Finland, both our old papa and our old mama, everybody was very, very happy after the convention. The whole place was bubbling. But this guy just come and put everybody in high BP. Now everybody is shouting. Nobody is talking what is the real issue.
Yes,
You are not the financial the finance minister is not only the cabinet in the government. They have more than 40 cabinet members. They have more than 40 cabinet members, real cabinet members. And just 3 people just come out and just put sand in our garden. But my own advice for them, and the main person is Ogenkere. Now we are begging. Right now we are in a government. We cannot forget and we cannot forgive. We can never forget and we can never forgive. Being you, this is not IPOB Nigeria. This is United States. This is United States of Biafra. Ndị Igbo anaghị ekwe ekwe. Ndị Igbo wahụnanya ekwe. Igbo, our people, until tell Igbo man, this place, if you take something contraband, go to this country, they will put you on the firing squad. Igbo man will still try luck. Maybe my turn, I go jump and pass. Nothing will happen to me. That is Igbo man for you. Tell them reach tomorrow, they will not believe you until they catch them. So that is what our government needs to teach them lesson. And it will start with Ogenkere. I'm telling him now, if he's listening to this message, or some people will let them tag it to him. Here in America, or in Africa, because it happened to one organization. The organization, they have 5 signatories to the account of the union. 5 signatories. 2 among the 3 go to the back and sign the other 2 person signature, making it 4. They go to the bank and withdraw money from the organizational account. And the union start to ask them. They deny. They say they cannot do anything. It's a very simple something. The union just take them to court. This is not even police. They just take them to the court. They pay that money double with interest. They pay double with interest. So why our government wasting time? This is a very simple mathematics. It's a very simple something. Let him come to the court. A single person cannot win the organization. This is a organization. Unless if the government, if we are not serious, this is not Nigeria that a snake will swallow money and they clap hand for the snake. That is my own suggestion for the government to do. It's a very simple something. We cannot be talking the same thing over and over. During IPOB own, and then Nayanya sees the money. Up to today, story. This is a government. You have to show example. Then when you show example, other ones will learn lesson. Even all of them will run away. So now they will run away. Because when they take you to court, how much do you have to go and hire a lawyer to go to court and defend yourself? So my brother, let me stop here first.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. I want to assure you that the Biafran government is not silent. They are doing something. You know, just like you said, this is a government. They don't come. Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE, the COS and Deputy Prime Minister interim, she is not coming on. She doesn't have to come online and make noise or to continue to say what will happen and what will not happen or to challenge anybody. There are people who that very issue in their office. We have Ministry of Justice. So anybody who think you can be able to play with Biafrans and get away with it, it will not happen. Today, our COS, the Deputy Prime Minister, is going to come out to speak to Biafrans, and Biafrans will ask questions. And so many things we are talking now, I believe they are going to touch many part of it, because all the new ministers are going to be appearing with her and take questions and make explanations. So many of this noise will end after today. It will end. And we will forge her. Just watch them. Maybe within the next 2 weeks or 1 week, you will not hear all this their noise again. So, my fellow Biafrans, let us just be focused. Nobody is going to play with the finance of Biafra. The only thing we are saying now, you know, the account have been provided now, pay into the normal account so that you don't put yourself the stress of or put the government the stress of waiting to recover. For now, the men on the ground have to be taken care of. The new dimension account is not it's not a new account. Just like they are coming to paint that new dimension account as if it's a new account. It is not new. Mazi Simon Ekpa put that new dimension account in place. And that account is the major pillar of the Biafran government.
Yeah, just let me help you on that. The new dimension account, if I'm not mistaken, that account has been existing maybe for 2 years.
Absolutely, they've been there for long.
If you check when Prime Minister tweet about it on August, that new dimension had been existed even when Madam Nazoka was with us.
Yes.
Yeah, like last Saturday when they were doing the fundraising, even the Chiomo Koma, somebody asked her, Madam, I haven't seen you in the fundraising before. She said, yes, I'm not been coming to the fundraising. I've been contributing my fund in the new dimension.
You see,
it's on the video. If I'm lying, people should go and watch the fundraising they did on last Saturday. Even Okenkere say yes, he was contributing money. He paid 10,000 to new dimension account.
Exactly.
Okay, said it. Then what changes right now? Like here, I have a business right here. I have account with my business. There's an amount you can pay into my account at once. Right here now, even you Jukes now, where you are now, I cannot pay $10,000 to your account. They will flag it up and they invite you to come and explain how this money come into your account.
That's right.
So before you do these things, they are studies. They just confuse people. Like they are telling little children. Before somebody can pay 10,000 and above into your account in the Western world, you have to merit. You have to merit that standard.
Exactly.
That's why they opened that new dimension mandate account. Anybody that you watch during the fundraising, some people, even during the IOU, some people want to donate like 50,000 to the account, to the government. Then they will ask them, some people, they will tell them, okay, divide it into 3, or divide it into 4, or divide it into 5, because it's not easy to just take $50,000 and put inside the account.
Absolutely.
It's not easy. So that's why they opened that new dimension mandate account. And these people now are just coming to confuse Biafrans. And I'm telling Biafrans, most of all these people, like 40% of all these people shouting, they are DOS and the Nigerian government, DSS members. I'm telling you the truth.
You're right. You have a point.
Once the PM tell them to come, like 40 or 45% of them are DOS members. They just come in and disorganize everything at the damn minute. But we are watching them. We are watching. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you so much. They won't succeed. We have gone too far to look back. Iwunne, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Go ahead and speak to us, my beloved sister Iwunne. Let's hear you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Brochus. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, please, my people, Biafrans. This is the last stage. I remember before PM was taken out, he said it. There are going to be much sabotage, both within and without.
Yes.
This is what our people will bear in mind. This is the final stage. Ndị Igbo si na mgbe ọ na-ara ahụ ka ọ na-ebi. Anyị kwesịrị iji ịyọ Chineke amara. Ọ dịghị mfe. Ọ bụghị onye ọbụla nwere obi. Oh, sorry. It's not, sorry, I'm speaking Igbo, sorry. It's not everyone that have the mind and the heart. Hold on. Our people are too emotional. And that's why they can deceive them easily. Very, very easily. So they have read our people, they have, studied our people and find out that most of us we don't have that strong mind. Our leader said that you have to, There are people that we have to have that mental fitness. If you don't have that, yeah, I think it's very easy to deceive you. Okay, think about it. First time they come out, they said fundraising, support our men. Now from fundraising, now they have shifted to chatter. Chatter say this. Chatter, and people have to reason. You know, all these are destruction. And let me tell you, the main point here is envy, jealousy,
Absolutely.
ego, pride. That's what is worrying these people. You know, like the one that broadcast last night. He said that, oh, I could remember there was a day he was saying it when our leader was kidnapped, that people were calling him all over the world, asking him to give command. No, you see, when this man is talking, he's just full of arrogancy.
Somebody, is it not the anonymous, the faceless man?
It's him. That people was calling him, asking him to give command. He has to stand and give command. He start. Oh.
I don't know why people are paying attention to that faceless man. I can't just understand. I can't understand.
That he has, our people. Now, you know us. When you're talking about
Biafra, we are
Biafra,
easily carried away. Look at our brother Remigius. Remigius is broadcasting from Nigeria, and we know him. Doing very well. Remigius is even facing a very serious battle, but still he's there.
Yeah. So now his command is giving the command. So that's what comes into my mind. I said, now he's giving the command that you must go and pay the money in so account. I said, look at you. My own money. You are asking me now, forcing me. So our people have to, we have to be strong. We have to be strong. It's not easy. God will help us. Definitely. What we are doing is not physical, it's not only physical, but it's something spiritual, Spiritual. That is what our people will understand. And they say that Biafra is a spirit, it's true. When it possesses you really. And it doesn't start like nobody will, like myself, nobody forced me. I started talking about Biafra, loving Biafra when Wazirika started. It's something in the heart, it's something in the spirit.
Yes.
When I tried to attend I think 2 times his rally or something like that, but they were not organized. The same thing now, position, that's what they are fighting there. So it's something in spirit. When I came here, when I heard that Mazin Nandikan started, my friend, oh, Biafra. Then my spirit was telling me is, why is it that the people that are supposed to support this Biafra or supposed to support Mazin Nandikan are not doing so? This is the thought that was going inside my mind. So I was thinking about it, but when when I settled down and started listening to Mazin Nandikan, I then gather myself together and reason with him. Then I understand the reason why they are not supporting, So that is it. Biafra is not something that you saw somebody, force somebody to do it. It's something that comes out of your mind. And we are going to conquer. So our people have to be strong. They have to be strong. They have to really be strong and not to be deceived.
Yes.
Chatter. Who wrote chatter? Is it not someone that wrote chatter? Chatter this, chatter that, chatter this, chatter. All these things just to disorganize our people.
It's just a distraction because even the chatter is not a problem. Chatter has never been a problem. It's not a problem and has never been a problem. The chatter is there. Things are being done, but you give somebody the charge to run the office. And when you are running, they forget that we are in the freedom fighting. This is a freedom fighting, first of all. Once we get on the ground, when you get on the ground, you begin to define things. There are some decisions that will be taken by our prime minister, even without your knowledge.
We are free. We are just.
They forget, they forget the fact that every single thing the COS is bringing out today, we are all the things that Mazi Simon Ekpa himself put in place.
Yeah.
Including this very committee that brought these people there we are presenting today. It is not the COS that choose them. She didn't choose anybody.
She mentioned
I don't know why people are attacking her. Okay, have patience. When Mazi Simon Ekpa come, that you want to respect, he's one you want to respect. When he comes, you challenge him.
Challenge him.
She's only protecting the office for us Biafrans because we have given Mazi Simon Ekpa that office, and Mazi Simon Ekpa kept it in her hand. She wants to keep it that way until he comes.
I don't know.
If you're not pleased with the direction she's going, why not be patient? Be patient.
Only.
When the person you trust comes, then you can be able to do what you want to do. It is sad.
I don't know. Anyway, it's part of
that is why I said if you said you love Simon Ekpa without obeying his office, you did not love him. Without you keeping silent, so far you know that the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa will not last more than, you will not even reach highest by men. So that is why they said obedience rather than sacrifice. Can't you show some little obedience, some little respect to the office and say, let me hold on. By May, he will be through, or before then he will come out. Okay, fine. Let me find somebody who is in Finland, write a message, give to him. Because even if he's on social, Simon Ekpa is on social media, is he not seeing all that happening? He's seeing it. And you know what Nigeria.
That's one funny thing. There's a video I'm going to play. You see that video? My brother Ugo played that video and they were trying to debunk it. I want to play that video. Let all of us watch it by ourselves. Let us watch that video by ourselves and see what transpired there. You know, they were trying to debunk the video. Let me play that video so that we will watch it and hear by ourselves what the man said.
Him last time earlier on this autumn. I was cycling to my home near the lake, which is between this market square and the conference hall where you are gathering.
Yes.
And he was jogging towards me, and I just held because I had a hurry. If I had known that you had this conference in here, I had stopped him and I would have asked
him.
But I saw him last time earlier on this autumn. I was cycling to my home near the lake, which is between this market square and the conference hall where you are gathering.
Yes.
And he was jogging towards me, and I just held because I had a hurry. If I had known that you had this conference in here, I had stopped him and I would have asked him. But I saw him last time earlier on this autumn. I was cycling to my home near the
Did you hear what that man was saying? This was during that very protest.
Yeah.
This man was saying, I saw him last night, earlier. Last night, he was jogging. And he went on to say that if I had known that there would be a gathering, I would have stopped him and talked to him. But you know, they were trying to tell us, he was trying to say that the man said last autumn. Last autumn. The autumn issue we talk about, the season of autumn, is still ongoing there. Somebody, in terms of illustration, you might miss the date. Autumn is that cold period when you have the snow falling. The snow is still falling. And when somebody is explaining, you can equally overlook the date and time and still talk about the autumn. You are still indeed, you are still experiencing it. But this man was very, very clear, saying, last night, earlier. That's last night, last night, earlier. And he went further to say that I would have stopped him if I knew that this thing you are doing now is going to happen. I would have stopped him yesterday and talked with him. He saw him jogging. But somebody
God is by people that
listen to it carefully. You know, when we go play it, they came back again and they begin to say, no, autumn, date of autumn. But the statement of the man is very clear. Just listen clearly.
But, I saw him last time earlier on this autumn. I was cycling to my home near the lake, which is between this market square and the conference hall where you are gathering.
Yes.
And he was jogging towards me, and I just held because I had a hurry. If I had known that you had this conference in here, I had stopped him and I would have
asked him.
But I saw him last time earlier on this autumn. I was cycling to my home near the lake, which is between this market square and the conference hall where you are gathering.
Yes.
And he was jogging towards me, and I just held because I had a hurry. If I had known that you had this conference in here, I had stopped him and I would have asked him. But I saw him last time earlier on this autumn. I was.
It is really. That's why Biafrans, we don't have to shake. No. Everything that is happening, somebody is watching. Somebody is watching.
No.
Go ahead and speak, my sister. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I say if you are anyone that is spiritual will know that our prime minister is in a good heart. Nothing is happening to him. Only that the restriction. That is it.
Restriction, that is the word. He's restricted.
He's fine. Even I saw one that's a picture that surfaced. I think in YouTube, but it's just few people that shared it. You know, where he wore black hood. See the picture?
No, I've not seen that.
Oh, the picture is our prime minister. I don't know how the picture surfaced.
There are so many things we don't really. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said the picture that just I think last week. Yeah, but just few people shared the picture. He just covered his face with a black hood, you know. So I don't know, maybe someone that saw him take the picture or something like that.
It's okay. Yeah. Now, so do you have something to say?
Yes, let's take it as if that Simon Ekpa, this man did not see him. So I want to ask them that they are debunking this video. Do they wish man Simon Ekpa to be in prison? Is it what they wish him?
That is another question.
And if it's what they wish him, is it how Finland government works, their law works? Is it how European law works? The answer is no. When you was accused of something, they will invite you, they will ask you a question, and they will let you go. Investigation will continue until they get all they want. They will now call you. When the matter go to court, even if court says, yes, so we are going to sentence you so time or so date, if the place such a law is working, they will even allow you to go and give you a date that you are going to come to the prison. They will even you are the one to go to your house and pick up your clothes and come to go and serve. It's not working like what are people saying? It's not working. Where I am, it's not working like that. Nobody will put you in detention. The question I'm asking these people, did they want smart Simon to be in prison custody? They never answered this question until today. Why are they debunking this particular video? So I want them to know that they only resist Simon from coming on air and do broadcasts and posting things that he normally do. Because they said the Nigerian government have dropped the charge of terrorism. They said that he's using some I don't know how they put the news. They're the one they bring up to Finland. Yes, cyber bully or cyber something like that. They have generated their own. So it simply means that the government, the government will take only his phone from his hand, because that is what they think that he's using to give the order and destroy what he's doing. So I want to understand that Simon is even in his house doing his normal things, but it's the only reason that he wins him on social media, and he has to abide by the law. That is why he's a free citizen. He knows the laws. He has to. And whatever Simon is going through now, he planned to do it, because he said that he waiting for that time that Finnish government will invite him. The world will hear, because of Simon inviting to Finnish government. ICC everybody has already known what is going on for now. So it has taken us to the final destination of what we are looking for. So if you don't understand it, it's because of the love of the money in their life, what makes them to be broadcasting lies on social media.
You will
But
soon understand. It will happen like a film. Everybody
yes.
My brother OBS, do you have something to say? Let's hear from you once again.
Yeah, Mazi Choose, like on my own listener, as an elder, what I'm seeing on this game about Simon Ekpa, I will just say the truth and nothing but the truth. What happened that this katakata, this audition that you see right now that come outside, this was what Simon Ekpa was battling inside. This is what I'm not in the cabinet. I'm not in the. I'm just a good Biafran.
You are not in the cabinet, but you are. I will tell you that you are 100% correct.
So this is what Simon Ekpa was battling inside, and Simon Ekpa have monitored all of them. All of them. If they are 100 cabinet members, Simon Ekpa know what each one of them will do, and all of them have been doing it for the past 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
So Simon Ekpa have been managing them, and taking record and taking their name one by one. This person, I will put this person in defense. This person, I will put this one in this one. This one, I will work this one. This was Baba. No way. So Simon take all their lists and arrange all of them, all the posts all of them we take, and just hand it over to somebody that will execute the work. Let him be, because if Simon was inside and this thing was happening, oh my God, that is the story will be it will be damaging.
Yes.
So he just disappeared. He just went aside. He stepped aside, then give the chief of staff command, do this job for me, please.
Exactly.
He just stepped aside. Because in the Western world, there's no place the police will arrest you and you go to the detention center or the prison where they detain you. They will not see your picture. They will not see it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. If you are in any prison, your picture will be on the information center. If anybody visits you, once you go to the information, you will see the person name, the people that are in the detention. He just sits by the side and be watching. He's watching all this thing that is going on. He's watching everybody. Because where is Simon? Is it Nigeria? They are nowhere to be found. Even Nigeria is running away. Even Nigeria is running. Even if Nigeria bring their own case, the Nigerian case is not the main issue, the main problem for Simon. That is what my mind.
Nigeria don't have anything. They don't have no. Nigeria don't have any.
So the problem the Prime Minister is having is the in-house problem. The in-house problem. It was too much for him. It was too much. Ogen Kere hijack everything. We sit by the side. We watch everything that is going on in the house. During the fundraising, before Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister will be in the fundraising, maybe till the end of the fundraising. But if you watch during this period, he just come out 2 minutes after address. He just off the Zoom and disappear. Maybe he will be in the background. But because Ogen Kere take over everything, he will be in the finance. He's in the information. He's in the defense. He's everywhere. Immediately, Simon Ekpa disappear. 2 days, Simon Ekpa disappear. Ogen Kere land in Twitter. Ogen Kere have never come to Twitter before. 2 days after Simon Ekpa disappear, he come to Twitter. Then, like 3 days or 4 days after that, he called Nigeria Unite, the one that called himself Nigeria Unite. He called Nigeria Unite on his program. Then Biafra Unite asked him, do you want to come into the Zoom, into the studio? He said, I'm somewhere right now. Let me get a better, a good spot. Give me like 30 minutes. I will come back. Biafra Unite said, okay. Immediately, the Prime Minister disappeared. He started going everywhere, campaigning for leadership to become the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Because we watch all these things. Maybe even the Biafra Unite that was saying that I'm neutral. Which neutral are you? The government give order. there will be no fundraising on social date. And you went to the fundraising. Before the fundraising, you say you come out and announce I'm neutral. But the next morning, you go to the fundraising. If you are a good journalist or independent journalist, what you do, like what the Koiki media did in Britain, you invite the chief of staff to your studio and they interview him. After you interview him, finish, then Biafrans will ask him question. Ask the chief of staff question. Then you bring the finance minister to your studio and then he will speak his own business. You ask him question. Then the public, everybody will ask him question too. Then the public will judge. You don't have any right. You don't have any right. Independent media, even nobody know your face. It does not happen in anywhere in this world. To an independent media to become a judge, to invite a government leader to judge case between a government leader and a cabinet under the prime minister or the president.
It is really laughable. It's laughable when I hear that.
Which country are we building?
You see, the problem is that sometimes we are the ones that are creating the problem for ourselves. We just make
this is Biafra. This is not zoo. Even if it's in the zoo, right now, Bianco Juku is the foreign affairs minister. Somebody was there before, so the person that was there before, the person who said I will not go out. Then Arise News, we invite Tinubu to come. Then invite the old person that was there to come. Then Arise News will judge the case between two of them. Where did it happen before? Are we kids? We are not children. We are not children. Even if somebody that you don't even know the person, you don't know who is talking to you. Then you will just go and sit. Spirit will be judging your case.
That is the most disturbing one, my brother. You see, the most disturbing one that sometimes we create this problem for ourselves. We create this. I see no reason why in this present United States of Biafra that anybody will be associating the government of Biafra with a faceless person. You don't have to do that. You don't have to give such person an audience. If you want to do your blogging on your own, do your blogging. Do your blogging. But you don't have to associate a faceless person. Okay, why don't we now go back to the more powerful, the invisible and more powerful? Why must you want us to bring the same so low that our government to begin to discuss with the first, even to go and attend any program or go and interview? You don't have that. If I were to be in the place of the COS, I wouldn't go there for anything. I wouldn't go to that platform where you don't know who is speaking to you. The Biafrans don't know who is speaking to you. The person might be a Biafran in the morning, in the night. In the morning, he's talking about Nigeria.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, my brother. It's embarrassing.
Huh?
But
it's very embarrassing. He might be a member of COS.
The enemy is just clapping it. Somebody was just saying, go and watch Biafra Unite, the program Biafra Unite did. Who is Biafra Unite? To the government.
And a physical person. You don't know who he is. I have a platform that represents the DOS. At the same time, I have a platform that represents the Biafran government. At the same time, I have a platform that represents the Nigerian government. You don't know who is speaking to you. And I don't know why we are giving credence and relevance to it. And just like you said, because Biafra issue is very emotional. Once you mention Biafra and you say things that sweet our mind, whether you talk good or we go support you. But even if na spirit, even if na Hausa man, even if na Fulani man come to talk all here Biafra, we go full up.
Exactly, that's our people.
We need Biafra like other things. We need Biafra, so that is why we so much, and it's confusing many of them more and more. Because you need money, you want to take money from devil. That money will haunt you. If you want Biafra and you are going all these wrong places to listen for Biafra, the Biafra you're looking for will also be hurting you. You'll be getting confusion in your brain. So our people, stay one place, stay with those who you see their face in social media and know who is who. And that is how you get your Biafra. Not Biafra on the ground, not Biafra with faceless somebody. I don't believe, I believe to see is to believe. Our people say that to see is to believe. If I don't see, I don't believe. So I believe in those I see. I don't believe in those that I never see them for once. I only hear their voice. Are you a spirit? Even a masquerade, you see leg of a masquerade. First of a human being, you don't see his face, you don't see his hand, you don't see his leg, you don't know who he is. Our people, let's focus on the United States of Biafra and support our COS to make sure that everything about Biafra gets it like this time around. For me,
there are certain things we don't say online when we come online. This is very anonymous they are talking about. I have been on the same platform with him, on the same media group. When he later on, after he ran away with Nelly, when he came back, we admitted him into the media. We were in the same meeting. A day came when we were having a meeting in the media. Why he was recording our meeting and sending it to someone else. We were having a meeting. Why he was recording? If not for we have technicians around us who dictated it, we're asking who is recording. He denied. Nobody's recording. Who is until when somebody brought out the confirmation that he's the one recording, he accepted that he's the one recording. So why will you record the meeting that we are holding? So there are many things that we don't talk about. You know, sometimes when you say something, they will think maybe you are blackmailing somebody. That is why I don't like to go to that direction. I don't go to the direction of telling, because most of these individuals, I have been with them in a group. We are all in the media. We have our meetings. We talk. I know what they say. I know what they speak about our prime minister. I know the way they make their contribution. I know their antecedent and what their emotions and motives are. So many of us don't know this. And I'm not the type that will come and begin to bring your voice message or bring your this thing. I don't do that. I don't have time for that. Because the truth, you cannot cover it. It's just a question of time. If you lie. If you tell one lie, you need 1,000 lies to cover it up. If not, it will burst. But as I'm doing my program, anything I say here, wake me up in the morning, I will still say it and repeat it. Call me anywhere, I will still say it. I will not think before I reply you, because what I'm saying is exactly what I know. But if I frame something up and just blend it and do it, when you ask me next time, I have to think properly before I respond to you, or else I will make a mistake. So when you tell a lie, you need 1,000 lies to cover that one lie. As long as I'm standing on the truth, forget about, or if you like, have 1 million followers. It doesn't make sense. They will desert you when they see the truth. They will go away. Look at Master Simon Ekpa with all the attack against him. The only reason why he could start with all the media warriors of IPOB. With all the media warriors of IPOB. Master Simon Ekpa single-handedly stood until all of us joined him. They weren't able to put people down. IPOB, they have more media, they have more levels, they have more outreach, more than us in the autopilot then, when we were in autopilot. When we were in autopilot, they have more they have the radio. They still have the radio with them. They have the radio, we didn't have radio, we only have a few channels that we're using. But because the truth, you can't cover the truth. You can't. When you don't tell that person, no, don't ask questions, lie. At the end of the day, the person will sit back and watch you and realize that everything you were talking is trash, and they will leave you. Biafrans should know where they go to listen. You must be able to know whom you are listening to. More especially anonymous that you cannot see. How do you know that the person you are talking to is even a Biafran? We are in social media where people create content to support themselves. I'm not against anybody creating content. If you want to create content, whether for Biafra or for create your content. But those of us who are very serious and pursuing this because of our future, if you really want to pursue information as a Biafran, you want to get the fact, there are places you have to go. More especially, go to somebody you can hold accountable. Tomorrow, you say this man said this, you bring his picture where he said it. There are certain things that those of us that are showing our face, there are some kinds of lie we cannot lie. Even if you lie, there are some kinds of lie you will not lie. Because you know you cannot change your face. If it doesn't haunt you, it will haunt your own children. Even after Biafra have come, most of the things we are saying online today, people will bring it. That is why one of the broadcasts of our prime minister, he said that everybody, Mazi Nnamdi first of all said it, that anything you can do to bring Biafra, go ahead and do it. And Mazi Simon Ekpa on his own time said that as long as you are pursuing Biafra, he is not against you. As long as you are genuinely seeking for Biafra, he is not against you. Neither is he forcing you to join him. No, it is not by force. If you know that you have continue to do it, when we enter into Biafra, the law of Biafra will be there. Every one of us will face it. If I have committed offense, the law of Biafra is going to judge me. If I am free, the law will set me free. So it is not something that you begin to tell lies and begin to hide yourself. No. Every one of us have to be very careful. At this time that we are supposed to celebrate, they have distracted us. They have distracted our celebration. Not on the side of for our COS, she's very busy. She's very busy. We are supposed to be busy now talking about how to get a recognition. Most of the recognition we have won in the past, we are supposed to be concerned how to get back those recognition. Biafra, when it was declared when it was declared during the Civil War in 1967, we had recognition. Some countries recognized us. The very first time it was declared, countries recognized us. Movements are supposed to be going on now, and I believe are already going on to make sure that we get back those recognition, because they never take back their recognition. We didn't hear that any country take back their recognition. They are only waiting to see what we are going to do. They are only waiting for us to arrive on the ground. And some of us, if you don't know that we have recognition before, and none of them took them back, I will play the video. I think I have the video here. The countries that recognized Biafra before, none of them took it back. Let's listen to this video.
The first country that gave recognition to Biafra was Tanzania. This was done on the 13th day of April 1968. At that time, Julius Nyerere was the president of Tanzania. This was Biafra's first recognition in 11 months since the commencement of hostilities, and the recognition meant so much to Ojukwu and to Biafra as a whole. So much of it was said on Radio Biafra and published in several newspapers across the continent. The statement of recognition was made public on behalf of the government of Tanzania by C.M. Gonja, then Tanzania's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. This recognition was followed by public statements made by President Julius Nyerere himself in his justification of the decision of his government to formally recognize Biafra as an independent state. He stated amongst others as follows, quote, "What right have we, in the name of unity, to refuse to recognize the fact of Biafra? For years, the people of that state struggled to maintain unity with the other people in the Federation of Nigeria. Even after the pogroms of 1966, they tried to work out a new form of unity which would guarantee their safety. They have demonstrated by 10 months of bitter fighting that they have decided upon a new political organization and are willing to defend it. Tanzania has recognized the state of Israel and will continue to do so because its belief is that every person must have some place in the world where they are not liable to be rejected by their fellow citizens. But the Biafrans have now suffered the same kind of rejection within their states, the same thing that the Jews of Germany experienced. Fortunately, they already had a homeland. They have retreated to it for their own protection, and for the same reasons, after all other efforts had failed, they have declared it to be an independent state. We therefore recognize the state of Biafra as an independent sovereign entity and as a member of the Committee of Nations. Only by this act of recognition can we remain true to our conviction that the purpose of society and of all political organization is the service of man." End of quote. You can find this quote in the document titled Government of the United Republic of Tanzania, Case for Recognition of Biafra, New York, United Republic of Tanzania Mission to the United Nations, April 13, 1968. Ojukwu and the leaders of Biafra were excited about this endorsement from no less a person but Dr. Julius Nyerere, whose voice had become well known in domestic and international discussions on issues of governance in general and on the destiny of the African continent. Dr. Julius Nyerere received applause from Biafrans in Biafra and those in the diaspora. But the federal government of Nigeria was disappointed in Dr. Julius Nyerere and Tanzania for the endorsement of Biafra. Nigeria's military head of state, Yakubu Gowon, described the endorsement as ill-advised and reckless, and as his show of resentment, he immediately recalled Nigeria's ambassador to Tanzania and severed diplomatic ties with Tanzania. The war went on between Nigeria and Biafra, and for many months after the endorsement of Biafra by Tanzania, the war did not end, but Tanzania did not withdraw their support and endorsement of Biafra. The second country that gave recognition to Biafra was Gabon. This was announced on the 8th day of May 1968. In his public declaration of support for the independent state of Biafra, President Omar Bongo stated as follows at a press conference, quote, "We, the people of Gabon, hereby recognize Biafra. Biafra still exists. For those who don't believe, saying that Biafra is no more, for us, Biafra still exists as long as the negotiation is still ongoing. Because nothing proved to us that Biafra is finished. Why do we Gabonese recognize Biafra? Firstly, it is purely the goals of humanity. Secondly, because we know that the Nigerian Federation is a fraud and it reflects no basis. I will not tell you the history of Biafra here, but I will if necessary. But you just have to look back to 1900, to what Nigeria was, before coming back to 1906 to understand it. We Gabonese know that kind of federation. As Gabonese, we once belonged to a federation known as Federation of Old AF. We know that we are a Cinderella syndrome of this federation. For this, we know that the situation that is prevalent in Biafra is similar to the one we know, with the only difference of the genocide of Biafra, which they don't want to recognize and accept as it is. So for this experience, we the Gabonese hereby recognize Biafra." End of quote. The Nigerian government was displeased with President Omar Bongo, especially his choice of words, particularly his description of Nigeria as fraud. Nigeria took serious exception to it. Gabon went on to offer material support to the Biafran cause. When hunger became a serious killer in Biafra, Gabon allowed its airport in Libreville to serve as takeoff and landing point for aircraft that carried relief materials to Biafra. At that time, there was a blockade on the Nigerian airspace and planes were not allowed to fly relief materials across the Nigerian airspace to Biafra. Gabon is not far from the bite of Biafra. Gabon is rich in oil and other mineral resources. It is possible that Gabon also gave financial support to Biafra. Up to the end of the war in January 1970, Gabon did not withdraw its support for Biafra. The third country that publicly declared support for Biafra was Ivory Coast, which was known at the time as Côte d'Ivoire. The recognition was made on the 14th day of May 1968. The recognition was made by the then president of the country,
You have heard about the countries that recognized Biafra, and none of them withdrew their recognition. That is the point I want to make. These are countries that recognized Biafra. None of them withdrew their recognition. So all these countries are now looking unto us. After the redeclaration of Biafra, they will be looking unto us to make a full restoration, and then they will begin to send in their recognition once again. We are supposed to be busy, engaging in diplomatic moves to reactivate these very recognitions that we had in the past. And I bet you the government of Biafra is busy on this, while some people are there trying to distract them and slow them down. It is so sad. It is so sad. This is the path we are supposed to be going. On these recognitions, Biafra has been declared. We are not yet on the ground. We have not restored it on the ground yet. The Liberation Army are there to do the needful. What we are supposed to be focused on today is to win the face of the world and also activate this recognition that we got in the past, and I believe they are waiting to see what we can do. But the enemies do not want us to go that path. They want to begin to distract the Biafran people. They want to create chaos. They want to attack the Biafran finance, and it's not going to work. Every Biafran, wherever you are, if you want to make any donation, go to the new dimension, new-minded dimension. That is where you can be able to make your donation. Go to the United States of Biafran platform, which I have shown here several times. That is the only place you can get your information. Or you go to the platform of our COS, Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE. On these two platforms, whatever you see there is authentic. Any other thing outside these very platforms is a counterfeit. You're wasting your money. And for every money that have been already committed into the account of Biafra, no clown will run away with it. The Biafrans will recover everything they own. We're going to recover it. But to make things easy for the government, do not make donation anymore to that very direction. Make your donation where the government have told you to do. Make your donation where the government have stipulated that you make your donation. The new bank mandate account. It is not a new account. It has been there. Established by the Prime Minister as the pillar of the struggle. Since some people feel they can be able to hijack and begin to distract, do not give a don't allow them. Don't allow them. The Liberation Army of Biafra must be defended and protected, and they must be provided for. The government of Biafra today is making every single provision they have. The Minister of Defense is in touch with them. The Secretary of Defense is there. Why are you still telling me that you are confused or you don't know what to say or what to do? You are only confused because you choose to be. There is nothing to be confused about. Are you confused that the United States of Biafra is no longer there? Why are you confused? The United States of Biafra, is it no longer there? Why are you going to tell me that you're confused? Are you not going to tell me that the declaration that was made some few weeks ago is null and void? Is that what you want to tell me? Are you going to tell me that the declaration that was made some days ago is null and void? Is that what you're trying to say? If not so, you don't have to be confused. On that declaration day, somebody was there representing the office of the Prime Minister. During that declaration, you saw somebody stood on the podium. The whole world was watching. And she stood there and made every statement she made on behalf of the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Israel. The enemy tried to stop the declaration. The enemy come in a different way to attack the declaration, but she was able to push it on. Not on her own volition, not by her own power, by the power vested on her by the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic, which she made open and she spoke about it. Why will you tell me that you are confused? Every instruction and information you hear from the COS, the Deputy Prime Minister Interim, Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE, whatever you hear from her is final. Except you're not looking for Biafra. Except you are not part of this United States of Biafra under Mazi Simon Ekpa. If you are not under Mazi Simon Ekpa, that is your business. I don't care. I don't have any problem with you. You can be under anybody you want to be under. Fine. You can pursue your freedom under any of these guys you want. It is up to you. But when you try to bring Mazi Simon Ekpa on board and claim to be with him, then you turn around and you tell me that you're not with Mazi Simon Ekpa. You say you're with Mazi Simon Ekpa, you turn around and tell me that you're not with the COS. You are deceiving yourself. It's just like somebody will come and tell you, oh, I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a good guy. He's a quiet person. He knows how to fight for the freedom. He is not troublesome. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a very nice guy. He was making a point. He was pursuing a cause. But when they come to Mazi Simon, they'll tell you, oh, Mazi Simon Ekpa is so arrogant. Mazi Simon Ekpa is a child. He's making it in a different form. I don't like it. It's just the same thing. If you are supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and you are standing against my sister Manepa, you are a deceiver. You are not a freedom fighter. You don't know what you're looking for. You are a saboteur in short. I don't normally use that word, but I use it. If you claim to support Mazen Nandekam and you don't like my sister Manepa, you're not in the game. The same thing, today you claim to support my sister Manepa and the office of the Prime Minister under the command of our COS, Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE, you don't support her. You are not with our Prime Minister. You are not with our Prime Minister. You are not deceiving yourself. There is no way you can claim to be with the Prime Minister and you are not with Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE. Sorry, you are not with her. It is sad. It is sad. Some of us are very, very ignorant and idiotic. Today, what they are using to confuse you today is chatter. Even some clowns who have not gone to the four wall of schools. Some of us who doesn't even have the education, they have told you chatter. What you are carrying around is chatter. If you want the chatter to be interpreted with you, go to the Ministry of Justice. The Biafran government have the Ministry of Justice. They will interpret for you to understand. The Ministry of Justice will interpret it since you don't have brains anymore. Since you no longer have brains, I must not read the charter for me to know the left and right of the government. I don't need to read the charter to know it. I know the duties of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, is not different from other Prime Ministers we see in the world. The system of the Prime Ministerhood and what they do and what the COS has to do, we know what it is. You can continue to deceive yourself with charter said and charter not said. And I bet you, every one of you that is talking about charter, you have no right to interpret the charter. You don't have the wisdom. Not that you don't have rights, but you don't have the wisdom to interpret the charter. Initially, you said fundraising was your problem. Go back to the genesis of the problem. Go back to the genesis of the problem. You were complaining initially that fundraising was your problem. You came online and you begin to announce and broadcast. Today, fundraising case, it is clear to the Biafran that the fundraising is not the problem. The Biafrans know that the fundraising is not the problem. Today, what you are preaching is chatter. And I bet you in the next few minutes, the Biafrans will realize that the chatter is not the problem. Because the office of the Prime Minister have been managing the affairs of Biafrans. The charter you are talking about is being held and upheld by the office of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister of Biafra have been working with the cabinet and he has the right. He has the right to remove the cabinet and form a new one if he feels that they are not working fine. He has the right to do that. And for a group to rise up and say that they cannot work with the office of the Prime Minister anymore, for the fact that they no longer want to work with the office of the Prime Minister, they automatically sack themselves. They automatically sack themselves. So any one of you that is still wasting your time talking about chatter this or chatter that, you better go and get some education. And if you want to be educated, go to the Ministry of Justice of Biafra. You know how to reach out to them. Today, every one of them is going to come online. The Minister of Justice is going to address you. The Ministry of Justice is going to address you. We have given the mandate to the Prime Minister, Master Simon Eba, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, to carry this struggle to the next level. And there is nothing you can do to stop it. The more you try to stop it, the more you destroy yourself. I pity those of you who have hand in one way or the other in the delay or distraction in this struggle. You are already laying curse upon yourself. I'm not going to lay curse on you. You are laying curse upon yourself. And when the curse begin to take effect, don't cry. Don't come and beg. Don't come and apologize. Because nobody is going to pay attention to you. Let us take a little break before we come back.
Honorable Simon Epa. Biafra gadere. Adekwa ọfọ ńlá o. Biafra gadekwa. Yóò tó àbí àyàkàgé gòtòlì à. Asèmùlà Biafra gadé o. Ibo ma kárí gẹ́. Only Biafrans na only Biafra. Omo Biafra. Simon Ekpa ga ndekwa n'elu amụrụ Biafra ga ndị.
Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
If not, that means you're not doing anything. If nobody is chasing you to arrest you, that means you're not a freedom fighter. If nobody is trying to stop what you're doing, that means that what you're doing is not effective.
The reason why people are suffering is because there is no truth. People believe in lies. And when you're lying, you're doing so brazenly.
Okwasi. Radio Biafra will drive away all these demons. If you're an IPOB and you're used to lying, you're an IPOB, you don't know what you're in Atwasi, your days are numbered. I hate liars. I can't stand them. I'm going to YouTube. I cannot stand them. Go and search your conscience. You have to be of good conduct that you could get them. Everything in life works in perfect alignment with the will of nature. You cannot be a liar and a thief and a kidnapper and you want Biafra to come. You are dreaming. If you're a liar, you're a thief, you're a kidnapper, you are somebody working with our Fulani as a saboteur and informant. You want Biafra to come. You are making a mock. You are a hypocrite. And Chuku Ukike Abiyama can never ever listen to hypocrites. There is something you need to know. These are the things you need to bear in mind. These are the things you need to be conscious of. If you are of bad conduct, go and change. For you to remain in IPOB, we want people that when parents see them, when they see the way you behave, parents will send their children. Come on, that is what we want to do. That's exactly what we want to do. Not to raise a group of people who are ill-behaved, people that have no respect for their elders, people who have no respect for their mothers and their fathers, people who have no respect for their seniors, people who have no regard for the betterment of the environment and society they're going up in. We need model citizens.
I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media, forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Akpabio knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, or maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigerian terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans. Don't knowing that I actually lost the war already before we even the war.
All of us Biafrans in the Brinky cabinet, the Total Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end.
There is no room for sabotage. I am not fighting Biafra freedom with a clear eye. Then I'm telling you people today, if you know you are going to occupy any position in the Biafra de facto government in the homeland, listen and pay attention. I don't have friend. I don't know anybody. I don't know you. You are not my friend. The only thing that we are doing brought us together is that you have volunteered to serve Biafra people in the homeland. If you become a problem, you will regret it. It is a call to serve Biafra people, not a call to serve Simon Ekpa. Not a call to build clique, not a call to form cabals in your various states. Not a call to do paddy in the Biafra government. The price and the consequences is heavy. Many people have died in this struggle. You must listen to instruction. You must take directive. And
all of us Biafrans in the Brinky cabinet, the Total Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end. So,
unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
All of us Biafrans in the Brinky cabinet, the Total Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end. So,
if not, that means you're not doing anything. If nobody is chasing you to arrest you, that means you're not a freedom fighter. If nobody is trying to stop what you're doing, that means that what you're doing is not effective.
Welcome back, my fellow Biafrans. I appreciate you for your patience and weathering on. Thank you so much for being part of the program of the disseminate. It's not easy to be there, sitting there for almost 3 hours on a program. But I thank you, Mother, you're giving me your time and you are patient to push it on with us up to this time. Wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Gabiama to please do not get distracted. This is the time you have to mind the people you listen to. Mind the platforms you go to. This is not the time to listen to inanimous. This is not the time to listen to anonymous. You know the anonymous that came last time, our Prime Minister gave an order. Stop listening to anonymous. They will first of all come to tell you something that is going to woo you. They will tell you something to win your heart, and you think they have something to offer. They have nothing to offer. Do not pay attention to any anonymous person. One of the qualities that you have to, one of the things you must have to see first of all, before you pay attention or believe anybody, is for you to know who you are talking to. Today, only people that are willing are the ones that have that right to talk about Biafra. It is laughable that an invisible person was calling the attention of our COS, was summoning, they used the language summoning, a non-existing human being, summoning our COS. It is sad, but that is how low we allow things to get. It is because we have allowed this nonsense to continue for a very long time. From the very first time I had an encounter with that very anonymous, I knew that he is not genuine. The arrogance and pride in him shows me that he is not genuine. We have our beloved brothers in homeland that are broadcasting. Our brothers who are even on a tight corner, a more tight corner, who is fighting a heavy battle with the DOS, and yet he's broadcasting, and the whole world is seeing him. But somebody who hides under a disguise took the first decision. It was a lie. He stood with the people who called Idu and fought against our Prime Minister live on stage. In one of the programs, our Prime Minister was mad, he was angry, and he left the program. After he left the program, he continued with this group. A man that you don't know who he is, you have not seen his face. And some of you are taking him serious when he speaks. It is sad. That is an insult to Biafra we are talking about. That is an insult. It's an insult to the Biafra we are talking about for someone to rise up and begin to talk about somebody who is faceless. Before you can come out to talk about us or talk about Biafra, we must know who you are. We must know who you are. You don't just come and tell us anything and expect us to believe. You don't have to. More especially people, we have seen them done something wrong in the past. The people you have seen that have attacked this struggle indirectly and directly. Somebody that attacked our prime minister, and our prime minister was able to survive. And most of us rallying behind him, we pursued and held onto the autopilot until he stood. They disappeared. After that very attack, that very anonymous disappeared. He disappeared with Nelly and co. He disappeared with the Idu Nelly. He disappeared. He wasn't coming online. After some time, he resurfaced again. And even when he resurfaced, we decided to bring him into the media. He came into the media only to come and cause confusion. When he came into the media, we were telling him that he has to apologize. He refused to apologize. Even when he came back, he was not in the cabinet. Every member of the media was in the cabinet. He wasn't there. We were watching. In one of our meetings, I can remember how he insulted the cabinet. How he talked down on all the people in the cabinet. He talked down on everything that the people are doing. I can still remember vividly. I am not the type that record people, even though some of those idiots are very good in recording. Some of us that come online to speak with our face, we have seen so many things. I have been speaking on this media since 2016. I did not come to this media because of the present situation of Mazen Nanigan. It was the first one that brought me to media. The very first time Mazen Nanigan was arrested in Lagos, 2015. 2016, I started broadcasting. Go to King David Exploit Expose page. Scroll down, you will see my videos. I have lost my first channel. The first channel I started using on YouTube, I lost it. I have lost more than 3 channels on YouTube because of this struggle. I don't attach myself to any individual. I on my own. I broadcast on my own. I broadcast independently. The only time I became close, the only time I begin to come close to broadcast inside is on the BRIG, the Biafra Republic Government and Exile Media. That was when I came in. I came into the Biafra Republic Government and Exile Media. But I started my broadcast since 2016. That was when I started broadcasting. So whatever I'm saying today, I'm not saying it to please you or to make you happy or talking from the back door. But some idiots who do not know their left and right, and more especially those of them who cannot even show their identity, they are the one that will come out and they begin to talk trash. And they expect us to listen to them. Before you can be able to explain the charter to us, first of all, you have to tell us whom you are. Then show us your qualification. Bring your qualification. Let us know how qualified you are. Let us see your credentials. After going through your credentials, then we can know either to listen to you or not. It is after listening to you, we will know whether if you are qualified to speak or you are not qualified to speak to the Biafran people. You don't just come out and you speak simply because you have access to internet. Everybody can be a content creator. You can create content. I don't have any problem with you creating content. If you want to create a content, go ahead and create your content as much as you can. I don't have any problem with you creating your content. You can create as many pages, as many platforms as you like. Do whatever you like in your platform. It is your business. I don't care. But when it comes to Biafra, which I am concerned about, my own future, my freedom, you don't mess with it. If you want to fight for that freedom, you come out and let's see you. If you don't want to fight with it, you get out of the way. Get out of the way. If you don't want to stand in the truth, get out of the way. And I judge people based on what you have done in the past. If you have failed in your past judgment, how do you think you can be correct now? If you have failed in your past judgment, how do you think you can be correct now? You can never be correct. A betrayer will always be a betrayer. You have betrayed the prime minister before, and you will betray again and again. Most of us, we are not interested in blackmail. I don't focus on blackmailing people. I don't blackmail people. I only tell you what you are, what you are made of, and where you've gone wrong. I don't engage in blackmail. I'm not part of those. I'm not part of those. I'm not part of those. In the struggle that we are in, there is a procedure to follow. We have given a mandate to the office of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is not there. That office is still functioning. Very, very active. The Prime Minister, who you claim to trust, have given the authority to somebody to work on his behalf, even when he's not here. Even when he was around, he was still working on his behalf. And whenever she comes in a platform, we introduce her. Every one of us rise up and I introduce her as the second in command. What happened? What transpired? How comes? 2 days after our Prime Minister had a problem, somebody began to ask for a change of authority. 2 days. 2 days. 2 days after our Prime Minister had a problem, somebody began to ask for a change of authority. And you don't see anything wrong in that. It is sad. It is sad that so many idiots are blindfolded. You are no longer thinking about the source of the problem. You're not even concerned about the body problem. Today, you say somebody is not following somebody is not following whatever charter or whatever. But somebody, the person that came out and called the cabinet to elect a new leader. 2 days after the problem that our Prime Minister had, somebody came to the cabinet and was telling that they should conduct an election to put a new leader. It doesn't bother you. That move doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother you. This same person, immediately the COS got the information of what transpired. She did what she has to do. She called the main key holders, the key offices in the cabinet. He called them. The key offices, including this man today that is crying, including this very destroyer. Immediately, the COS got the information that the Prime Minister has an issue. She quickly called the key officials, created a WhatsApp group to discuss with them. This same man began to question her. Why must she call for people to come? Begin to tell her that she has no right to call officials together. And so many of you don't see anything wrong in that. The COS heard that the Prime Minister had a problem, and she summoned the key members of the cabinet to discuss on the way forward on how to defend and protect the government. And somebody came in and told her to shut down that very platform, that she has no right to do that. And the person now went to the back and began to blackmail her that she was forming a cabal. Initially, the story they brought out was that she was trying to form a new government. That was the first story. The very first story they brought was that the COS is forming a new government. But what she did was the normal thing she has to do. When the Prime Minister is not there, as the COS, she has to call the key holders and know what they are doing and let them know what is going on and know how to go forward. Carrying them along. She wanted to carry them along. But this same man who called himself the finance whatever, refused and asked her and was ordering her to shut down the debate platform. And he now went back and gathered other people. And they wrote a memo to conduct election and choose a new leader. After he has gone round to some members of the cabinet to bribe them and tell them that he is the one that is going to be there. And even before then, they have already started suggesting him. Those his group are suggesting him to take over. Why will a woman be in charge? They were saying, why will a woman be in charge when there are men there? You will wait and ask the Prime Minister, why did he choose a woman as the CEO, as the Chief of Staff? Why did he choose a woman as Chief of Staff when there are men there? You should have waited. Let the Prime Minister come and answer you. Why he chose her as the Chief of Staff. And the Biafrans don't see anything wrong that these people are attacking the Prime Minister. That is what it is not about Dr. NGOZI or ORABUEZE. All this attack and challenges, it is not about her. It is about the office of the Prime Minister. Every attack that you're seeing today is against the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. This attack is not against him. It's not against our COS. It is not. The attack is not against our COS. It's against the Prime Minister because the Prime Minister chose her. She tried to reach out with them. When the Prime Minister was not there, they refused to pick her call. She called them in a meeting. They refused to come. Cabinet meeting was called several times. None of them came to that meeting. Instead of coming to the meeting, they came to media. And people don't see anything wrong in somebody bringing an internal matter to the media, to the public. They don't see anything wrong in it. You don't see anything wrong in it. Somebody bringing an issue that meant to be inside, you bring it to the whole public. You didn't see anything wrong in it. I don't know how people are thinking. Some of us Biafrans, I don't know where our minds are. A woman that took a risk, put her own self on the line to secure and rescue the mandate that was given to her. The Biafran people gave the mandate to our Prime Minister to declare Biafra. While the declaration was about to happen, something happened. The COS, under the command of our Prime Minister, stood in and made sure that nobody stopped it. It is forward ever and backward never. Against all odds. I want you, Biafran, to judge by yourself. She came out. Immediately after the problem of the Prime Minister, she summoned every key members, about 5 of them or so. She called on them, formed a WhatsApp group and put them there to discuss way forward. Somebody came in. The same finance minister began to ask her, why would she form such kind of, why would she call on people that she has no right to summon the key members? She has no right to do that. That she has no right to do that. Who else has the right? Who else has the right to organize the staffs in the absence of the Prime Minister? Who else except the COS? And when they came to the cabinet meeting, one of the cabinet meetings where he appeared, he was only shouting and insulting everybody in the cabinet. And he left. His members came in, his group came in and they insulted everybody and they left. I am telling you what I witnessed. I'm not telling you that somebody told me. I am telling you what I witnessed because I am part of that very cabinet we are talking about. I am not an outsider. I am talking from the inside. I'm telling you what I saw. And Chukwu Obuka Abema will be a witness. Even if you don't believe any other thing, I want you to ask, who brought the issue to the media? It does it now mean that the cabinet, you don't, does it mean that that person that brought to the media have by himself nullified the cabinet under my Simon? Somebody have made a choice and say that he will never ever work with the cabinet of Master Simon, with that very, under the office of the Prime Minister, that he cannot work with the office of the Prime Minister anymore. And some of you, like some people said in the previous people that joined the platform, they said that this problem has been for a long time. It has been for a long time. And as you all know, our Prime Minister is not somebody that takes rash action. He doesn't take action so fast. This has been one of the things I found in our leaders. Even Mazen Nandekano doesn't react fast. He takes time. Mazen Samanaka also takes time. Only that the speed of Mazen Samanaka is better than that of Mazen Nandekano. If not, you know when they were talking about Ejiofor. He has information about Ejiofor, but he never reacted until the time came. The same thing with Nelly. When they were talking about Idu, he said, calm down. People were attacking him. He said, wait. He waited until the right time. These moves have always been there, but he always waits until the right time before he will strike. What he has seen today has been there in the cabinet before now. But I bet you, just as we have overcome in the past, this one also is overcome. It's gone already. Forget about all this nonsense they are talking. Today, Biafra is no longer on making noise. It is no longer on noise making. Biafra is no longer coming online to make noise. No. Not coming to broadcast. Biafra today is on documentation. Documentation, recognition, that is where we are. We are focusing on recognition. That is where we are, and that is where the COS is. She is very busy working for Biafran people, working for you, working for me. Why some people are busy online, trying to defeat the attention of the Biafran people. Why they are still busy? Biafra is, United States of Biafra is moving on. The United States of Biafra, we are celebrating and we are moving on. Gaining recognition. Any other thing that people are talking is a waste of time. And saying this, I want to replay the interview that our Prime Minister our COS went for. I want you to listen to that interview once again before I end the program. And we will come back later. Let us listen to that very interview once again.
Dependent on Nigerian government. Let me make that clear. Self-determination of a people does not depend on the perpetrator of the crime. Nigerian government was fully aware of all the criminal activities that the state was performing in the Biafra territory. So to answer that, we have our international lawyers, we have our local lawyers that are working on that post-declaration, and they'll be issuing the appropriate papers to the appropriate quarters in regards to and in respect to the full independence of the United States of Biafra. Yes, they are working on that, but is there something Nigerian government must approve for Biafra? No, they do not have the power. So that's the answer to that. The second one is that the Biafrans decided to redeclare on the 29th of November based on some of the security reports we had while we were in Finland, and also based on the unpredictability of anybody or anywhere, based on what they did to our leader Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, the Nigerian government went to Kenya and forcefully extradited Nnamdi Kanu to the DSS dungeon in Nigeria. And why are they still holding him in Nigeria today? Despite even United Nations have told them to leave him, despite about 2-3 courts in Nigeria have told them to leave him. Have they done that? So Nigeria is a lawless state. They don't follow the rule of law. They don't obey the laws. So anybody expecting Nigeria to say anything good about Biafra or conform to laws, I think the person needs to have a rethink. So we decided to change that date based on the security report we got, and based on the best interest of Biafra. That was why we moved it from the previous day to November 29th. Thank you.
All right. Yeah,
let you take over from there.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK, our special guest NGOZI, Dr. NGOZI, he's allowed me to call her that. And Ms. Olaimi Koiki will bringing you updates. Now we're having a special time with her for her to now give us some information pertaining to what the United States of Biafra is all about, so that the world as a whole will know. But let me quickly read some of the comments that have come through. Dorothy Anthony is saying that, good morning, my honorable chief of staff. And Francis Oke say Biafra is our nation. In Dubuisi, just bear with me. Onyenso says, thanks to my COS, Dr. NGOZI, and then Ozo Chizowa is a all hail Biafra. Dorothy Anthony goes further to say, welcome Biafrans all over the world. Stay strong and resolute. God is in control and will lead us to the end. Thanks to me, Dragon Lady COS, and then Naira Frank says also good morning to all of us there, and in Dubuisi is also. So let the comments come through. I'll do my best to see as the program goes on to read more of it. But Star Radio UK. Now, Dr. NGOZI, let me come to one of the things that some when we talk about recognition, where I'm looking at Basil, good morning to you as well. Now, we don't need Nigeria per se to say that they will recognize you, but you need the international community to say, like we have the UK, we have the US, we have some of the other countries. I don't know whether Finland even is in support of you. Okay, so we that's where Yomi was asking that question from. That apart from the federal government, whatever they do, because we know that they are just trying to hold you people together, whether you like it or not. But do you think that you need? Let's quickly bring that one in. I think sometime in November. Is it Yomi? Is it November, October, when yourself and Dr. Sunday Adeyomi Igboho went to number 10 Downing Street to present a letter to the government of the UK. So virtually saying that you need to recognize us, you need to listen to us.
On the 12th of October.
12th of October. Thank you very much. So have you done anything of the sort? No, we know that some people, some individuals in the US came to the Finland conference. However, has there been any statement from the US or any of the countries around the world to say we support this quest, or we need to look into it?
Again, like I said before, we are in communication with our allies. I'm not going to start mentioning the names of the countries here, but I promise you, like I said, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has set most of these things in place even before the incident, even before our declaration. And the attorneys involved, they are working day and night to bring the necessary documents to the right tables and all that. So we just have to give them time to do their job, and then we will continue to use the other aspects which we have already established in our nation to continue to protect our citizens from the terrorist state of Nigeria, and continue to work closely with our attorneys that are working with our allies. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Olakunle, yay, good morning to you. I hope you are doing very well. So God bless you, the United States of Biafra and Yoruba Nation. No going back. Basil Chiwoke says, never you back down. Ma, keep it up. So yes, and then Godfrey Ezenwa says, our lioness, right on. So we're doing our best to bring you everything that has been captured there, but continue to post your comments there. Those that will be able to read, will read them. But one other question that someone is asking here is that, should the federal government in Nigeria say, we want to give you a chance to have a referendum, would that satisfy you, so that we have your community saying that, look, this is it. Do we want self-actualization, or our own independent, having our own country, or we still want to belong to the big Nigeria? What do you think?
You remember that we already have a self-referendum. We had our votes. Biafrans have casted their votes, where over 50 million Biafrans have agreed to exit Nigeria. We conducted different polls. And like I said, the Monday sit at home, which is ongoing right now, is also part of that referendum, where Biafrans have categorically stated they do not want to be part of Nigeria. So that has already been done. And there are several reports by the ORB, the Council of the Emerging States in Africa. Most of them have confirmed that self-referendum as legitimate. And based on that and all the factors that Biafrans have taken, our Prime Minister have instituted, we've been able to declare our independence. The documents are there. The people have spoken, and there's just nothing that is going to be done about that again. We have, even before our Prime Minister and our leader Nnamdi Kanu come to this, we've been trying to beg the Nigerian government that we need a referendum vote in the Biafra territory. We've requested that for many, many years. Over the past, we've constantly, even at a point, I know our leader Nnamdi Kanu was even, trying to see if the Biafra region we can rule ourselves, but they refused. So all the things we've put in place, we followed every peaceful means to make sure that Biafra becomes a full-fledged state. And remember, Biafra was a state between 1967 and 1970.
Mhm.
So it's not as if there's something new that we are doing. We are just redeclaring that state. Now, giving more information to world leaders on what happened that time, the injustices, the marginalization, the way Nigerian government comes in and hire terrorists to come and kill us. Some of the information that the international world leaders have right now, they do not have it in the past. Some of you know that even as of, was it not 2 years ago, when Nigerian government banned Twitter, there's suppression of the press in Nigeria. So most of the things that the world leaders have seen now, most congressmen and women have seen right now, they didn't see that in 1967 to 1970. So that is why that era of trying to do regional is gone. We've done that by ourselves. We've determined we're going to rule ourselves. We're going to follow up with our attorneys that are putting the right papers in the right desk, and there's just no going there. As it stands right now, anything Nigeria military in uniform or police, they are occupying a sovereign land. They are occupying a foreign land. And I just wish that they leave any Biafran territory immediately. They should leave immediately, because Biafra right now is a sovereign United States of Biafra. Is an independent nation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK. I'll go back to Yomi, but before then, Ejike Vincent says, right on my CEO, COS, my apologies. We Biafrans are solidly behind you. We love you so much. Maxwell Dan says, we are strongly behind you, COS. David Okechukwu Israel says, I love you so much, my Deputy Prime Minister. COS Airborne Ben Ogu says, my COS, thank you for what you are doing for United States of Biafra. Omabalaji says, God bless Dr. NGOZI. God bless Mr. Aji and Mr. Koiki there as well. Thank you very much. I say Tinubu's only achievement is being the last zoological president before Biafra redeclaration and restoration. And there's lots. Shama TV, good morning to you. Antonia, Dorothy Anthony, good morning to you as well. Let your comments come through. Nelson Mark, good morning to you all there. Now, let me come back to Yomi if he has got some more information there. Over to you, Yomi.
Yeah, thank you so much. Quite a lot of concern from different sectors of indigenous people or those back in Nigeria after, the 40th state. And this is even before, the PM, was, invited, and just prior before the declaration, we saw, some of the state being mentioned. Some of these individuals linked with Biafra are rejecting being part of Biafra. What are you going to do to resolve these? We're talking about, those that are coming out to say, look, we don't want to be part of Biafra, but it seems that Biafra have taken part of what is not theirs. And I want you to clarify that. And is this the same mistake from what quarters are saying that played out, in the past when, other part of what is not Biafra was taken? And, maybe you might want to help us to clarify, because quite a lot of concern is coming from the 40th state. Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE, the Chief of Staff on the Star Radio UK network this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Koiki. And I can tell you, as far as Biafran states, the 40 states are concerned, there's no problem from the 40 states. And anybody that approaches you and says that this part is not supposed to be Biafra, this part is not supposed
Listeners, just bear with us. Yeah, go on. Go on. Dr. NGOZI, please go on. Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go on, please.
Me?
Yes, please. We can hear you loud and clear.
All right, thank you. As I was saying, all I can do is whoever comes to give the information that this part of Biafra is not for us or that part of Biafra belongs to him, all I can do is to invite the people from that particular state where that person is making noise about. If somebody says maybe Urobo Isoko is not part of Biafra or Igala state is not part of Biafra, during the next interview, I'm going to invite the administrators of those states, or maybe the Urobo.
You have had, this was a discussion that was made by our COS on the interview she was interviewed, and she gave it all. Wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you to like and share. Make sure you reach out to other people. But what I'm telling you that you have to be steadfast and don't get disturbed or get deceived. The COS and the members of the cabinet are going to have a live broadcast, 8 p.m. Biafran time. Don't miss it. Do not miss it. I will stream it live on this very platform, 8 p.m. Biafran time, wherever you are. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified. 8 p.m. I will stream it live on David Harbour channel on YouTube. Don't miss it. The COS is coming live. Most of the questions you are asking, most of the confusions you are seeing today, those who are talking about chatter this and chatter that, be on that very broadcast so that you won't say you were not told. Be there so that you can hear things directly by yourself and you can ask questions directly to the COS. Very important. She is going to come on a live broadcast and you are going to watch it live on this very platform. Don't miss it. Subscribe if you have not. Go now and touch the notification bell. Touch that notification. Touch it. Touch that notification. That bell there. Touch that bell so that whenever it comes online, when I come online, you will get the notification immediately. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. 8 p.m. Biafran time. Don't miss it. Every Biafra have to key in. Let us seal this, all this propaganda, lies, and blackmail. We want to end it once and for all and move on. So wherever you are, make sure you do not miss that program. I appreciate everyone that has been with us from the beginning of this program up to this time. I appreciate everyone that has participated in the program in one way or the other. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every one of us. We are going to take our rest and come back later in the day. We are going to come back again and we will continue. This gospel must be preached. It doesn't matter what the enemies are doing. Their propaganda and blackmail cannot stop us. The more they try to stop us, the more we get stronger and the more we fight on. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Biafrans wherever you are. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our COS. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect her, Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE. We pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will give her strength, wisdom, knowledge, understanding to continue to fight on until we get into the promised land. We pray for our Prime Minister, Master Sam Eba. Wherever he is, we believe he is sound and healthy. We are praying that he will speak to us very, very soon. We pray that he will speak to us very, very soon. We also pray for our Supreme Master Nnamdi Kanu to join us as soon as possible. We pray that Master Nnamdi Kanu will be with us. We pray that Master Nnamdi Kanu will be reunited with us. We pray for good health for him. We pray for strength. We pray for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We pray for revelations. May Chukwu guide him and guide and protect him and secure him. No weapon formed or fashioned against the Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our COS shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister, Mazi Sam Eba, shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again next time. Stay blessed, and we'll be together again. Be there 8 p.m. Biafran time. It is going to be amazing. It will be a bombshell.
I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media. Forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Akpabio knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, or maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigeria terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans, don't knowing that I actually lost the war already before even the war started.
All of us Biafrans in the Brinky cabinet, the Defense Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end.
If not, that means you're not doing anything. If nobody is chasing you to arrest you, that means you're not a freedom fighter. If nobody is trying to stop what you're doing, that means that what you're doing is not effective.
Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
All of us Biafrans in the Brinky cabinet, the Defense Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end.
Simon Ekpa,
Hello.